everybody. Welcome. As they say. Trying to use this new stream. Yes. All right. Hello. We're back. Surprisingly, based on what happened last week. But hey, we're here. We're here to have a good time and have some laughs. Before we get going, Sam, anything you'd like to say?
Sundays are still on hiatus while we work on learning Pathfinder 2e. I still haven't found the book.
It's out of stock everywhere.
Yeah, it's tough. And I need a book to learn a system, so I'm struggling.
And all right, so yeah, we'll be back with that.
Hopefully, eventually, we have to do it like at least a one shot,
yeah,
off screen
and then
everything to learn it, and
adapt a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking of fun stuff, Kate, do you have anything?
I do. If you want to support a small business for your Valentine's gifts for a loved one or bestie or a family member that you want to show that you really appreciate, you can go ahead and check out my Etsy shops, etsy.com/shop/KateCraftStudioUS, where you can get a bunch of cute custom plushies, or you can order one off that's already listed, or you can check out Bad Dice Co. and get some stickers and vinyl decals for the ones you love. Support a small business.
What if you don't love anyone?
Then you can buy it for yourself, because you should love yourself
Hell
before you
yeah.
love anyone else.
There we go. There it is. That's a life lesson. I guess.
Forcefully love yourself.
Love yourself. Speaking of loving yourself, it looks like we're in the end, kind of the end stretch of this fun little game here. When it ends, there is no end date because I don't know when that is yet. But when it ends, will be no streams in the Wednesday slot for about 4 weeks, so we can do some Session 0 stuff for our next little campaign. And then after those 4 sessions, we're probably going to do something else, just to also kind of like get a little break from some stuff. And I've got an idea for a fun little mini series to do in a different system. Again, everything's in the works, in behind the scenes stuff, so figuring that out. Maybe, no, I don't know yet. But speaking of loving yourself and having a good time, last we left off, you all fought a lich who was guarding a scroll. And it was a good time. Quoin killed some zombies. And the lich got his ass kicked, basically, and he was like, fuck it, and he dropped a 9th level fireball on himself. Found the ritual scroll, because he killed him, and it was a good time. And read the ritual scroll. Flitz read the ritual scroll after a huge sort of, like, not bad PvP thing, just a lot of like, no, you can't have it, I want it, no.
You're not sacrificing yourself, I'm sacrificing myself. No, you're not sacrificing yourself, I'm sacrificing myself. And then Flitz was like, guys, I'm sacrificing myself.
And Flitz performed the ritual. And then the scroll was destroyed before the ritual could be completed. But released before the ritual could reach its end. But Kenna's soul was retrieved into a diamond, and the party were teleported out of this awful fun place and back into Flitz's bottle, back into the keep, and fled the keep because the keep was being consumed from the inside by a void, and got back into Flitz's bottle, left Flitz's bottle, and discovered the ship you were on was in a void as well, and all the crew were floating around outside, and the ship was upside down at one point, and Quoin and Flitz had a little friendly altercation outside in the lower deck, and saw some eyeballs staring from the darkness. 12 total eyes, six figures in the darkness, of varying heights, kind of matching the eye lines of everybody in the party. The rest of the party were brought to the attention of these weird things. And then, long story short, the ship blew up. Druck was the only one out of the blast radius.
And the only one who wouldn't have been hurt by the blast.
Yeah. Ship exploded. Quoin caught the falling Ricky. Druck caught the falling Dax with Kenna and Flitz nowhere in sight. And Yeah, so we're gonna pick up as the ship explodes. We know what happens. It plummets from the sky, explodes. Ricky, however, as you plummet from the wreckage, severely burned and on death's door, there's this weird thrumming sensation coming from the hourglass that you have on your person. Suddenly, things shift into perspective, even though you're unconscious and dying. Strangely, you feel things shift into perspective, and everything around you freezes.
Am I like an out-of-body experience, or
sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But you can't move. It's kind of just like a weird, like, it's like you're playing a third-person RPG.
Yeah, so like out-of-body experience. Like I'm looking, I can see my body like in like slumped in Quoin's arms.
Yeah, severely burned. Okay. You're dying, but as of this moment, you're the only one in the group that is aware.
Okay.
The massive fireball is in the sky where the ship was, is in but a moment of time. Frozen in a moment of time. You can see Druck catching Dax, frozen in time. Quoin holding onto you, frozen in time. And everything is frozen in this little slice of time. You can feel yourself lingering between the state of life and death, but also lingering between realities itself. Plural, realities itself. Earlier, you recall using the hourglass to briefly alter time, because that's a fun thing to think about with portents. You recalled yourself fragmenting reality around you when you fought that Scroll Keeper, and creating a potential new timeline / reality somewhere out there. And as you look, the fragment of pearl that's shaped like the crescent moon in the hourglass begins to spin rapidly within the casing. So rapidly that the world around you fragments and shatters like the mirror dimension in Doctor Strange. It's like a glass window when someone like throws a stone through a glass window. It kind of shatters like that. And fragments of yourself and your allies are pulled through, still frozen in time. And you're pulled through a shifting kaleidoscope of colors, events, as history rewinds and fast forwards all around you.
Oh no, I broke the universe.
Well, looking back, you still see the explosion, yourself, the members of the party who survived the explosion, and the events unfolding, yet still frozen in time behind you. You also sense a deeper connection to this hourglass and a connection to the deity who created it. You have now powered the hourglass. You smash through a currently breaking pane of glass and find yourself in the dark of the iceberg's lower deck, the ship that just exploded. You're in the darkness, and you're currently staring at the familiar forms of both Quoin and Flitz, but with Quoin pressing Flitz up against the wall and yelling, can't make out any words, but yelling at Flitz before the two of them embrace in a hug. Suddenly, Flitz seems to see you, like lock eyes with you in the darkness, and just stares. With Quoin spinning around as well and drawing his blade at your presence. There's then an audible knock on the door to the medical cabin, but no one's actually knocking on it. And you watch the door opens, and you can see Druck looking out. And you can see the rest of the Faust and the Furious behind Druck, including yourself, staring into the darkness where you reside currently. And to your left and right, you can see the other forms of the frozen members of the Faust and the Furious, matching the eye lines of the people they're staring at from out of the darkness, kind of mirroring what Flitz and Quoin saw when they were in the lower deck of the ship last session. The eyes you all saw staring back from the darkness, those were your own eyes, possibly seeing into some other time or reality. 2 eyes each, 12 total, not counting creepy new eyes. The scene you're watching freezes in time, and a voice calls out from around the darkness, a voice you've not yet heard before. The hourglass is now in your hands, and the purpose of your leaving home has led to you to this fateful moment. And only you hear this voice, Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
You have glimpsed but one future among the infinite. The rift that devoured the keep cannot be halted, yet the casualties of its breach may be mitigated. For now, I return your friends to you. And you watch, frozen in time, as Kenna and Flitz reform in the darkness. Kind of like shards of glass being pulled together and forming into new beings. Should you fail, the events shall transpire as you have just witnessed. And the people of Ironhaven will fall to the horrors beyond the rift, and your friends will die. There is a place to the west, north of an abandoned town, in a wilderness of frozen dead trees. Bring the keep there, and await your own arrival. But keep in mind, those who do not enter the keep with you will not be with you when time catches up. I'm sure you'll find a way to get them there. You have 24 hours before fate catches up. The keep remains where you left it, within the bottle, under the watch of Dax. Beware of being seen by yourselves. You do not want to know what would happen. May fortune favor you. If you are successful, the rift that opens must be sealed. Only then can the true peril be eradicated. Once the rift is closed, the answers and allies you seek lie to the north, within the Icig range, at the summit of the tallest peak. Seek out one Ilyaris Innatus. Farewell. Oh, jeez. Farewell! We shall not speak again.
Okay, a couple questions. One,
Yeah.
was it is it only Ricky that heard all of that, or did everybody hear that?
You're the only one that heard this.
Okay. And so like everyone else is still like frozen and like next to me?
Yeah.
Okay, while we stare out. Are they like here, or?
They're all frozen, and you're staring out at
Right.
past
Okay, so
versions.
I'm the only one that's like able to move right now.
You can't.
Everybody
You still can't. You can't move as well. But you're just
okay,
hearing.
so we're all frozen.
Yeah, you're just hearing this
Okay.
voice.
Okay. Just because I want to make sure I got that absolutely clear, can we just paraphrase that explanation real quick? So basically take the keep, or get the keep.
Yep. Take it somewhere else so it doesn't open up, because it's still going to open up when you all come through it, because you all still have to come through it. You're being sent back in time before you came through it.
Oh, this is I thought this happened right after we got back.
Yeah. You're preventing that from happening on the ship. You're being
Oh, okay. So we have like a very short window of time.
No. You'll see what happens.
Okay.
There's time.
Okay.
He's sending you back in time.
Gotcha.
Oh,
so to the point where we're all in the keep still.
And he says, await your own arrival. So take the keep somewhere.
Right.
Take the keep to where you said, and await for you all to actually come out of it.
Got it.
The rift will open there instead of on the ship.
Gotcha. And then none of that will have happened.
Correct.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Do not
I understand.
Do not get seen by your past selves, because that would be bad.
Then the only one we need to worry about seeing us is Dax.
Yep, because in that room is going to be Dax holding onto the bottle, with the keep in it, with Kenna laid out on the table.
Right.
Which means when the weirdness of time catches up, Kenna will not be with you again, and it'll be whatever their name was, Katniss.
So for what is definitely a time heist,
sort of.
Will Kenna be on the time heist, or will Tetanus be on the time heist?
Kenna will be with you, because when you look to the people that are next to you, you see Kenna and you see.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But Kenna's just going to disappear briefly when we catch up with time.
We'll find out. Okay. So we got a time heist, our own keep, away from Dax, get it somewhere else, and keep it from obliterating the ship in town.
Yep. And then seek out someone called Ilyaris Innatus to the north in a mountain range called the Icig Range.
Okay.
Which is basically due north. Okay. You got it?
Yes. Get the bottle. Get it north to the mountains.
And just so it's easier for little old Ricky, I'm going to send you the dialogue that he said.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Cool. This scene shatters once more as the ship, and as you're falling through, you see the ship exploding, and you fall through the kaleidoscope of possible futures, pasts, and present.
Mm.
And as you tumble through the kaleidoscope and through these echoes of your world, appearing like shattered fragments and breaking windows, you come to a rest, standing in the bowels of the ship that had just exploded, looking out from the darkness of the lower deck, and glancing out the portholes, you see the ocean and the sky. The ship is currently docked. You see a destination you don't recognize, clearly having completed the 3-day sail. Ricky, you're the first to come to out of this frozen state, slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still see the frozen states of your allies beside you, including Flitz and Kenna. You're about 30 feet away from the medical cabin doors, and the crew are moving about, but almost like the same speed of a slideshow, before everything unfreezes and time resumes, including the others standing next to you. One of the crew looks at you all, seems slightly confused when looking at Kenna, but shakes his head. "Well, you looked awful a few minutes ago when I checked. Glad you're feeling better, though." He smiles, scoops up a large barrel of pitch, and starts making his way to the top deck. "We just docked in Iron Haven about 20 minutes ago, so just get yourselves all cleaned up, get your shit, and you're free to go." And then he disappears. However, when you all exited, and this is context for everybody else now, when you all exited the keep and Flitz's bottle, you were told that the ship had been docked for a day, and that you had been in the keep for 2 days. But this crew member is only saying you've been docked for an hour. Aside from Ricky, the last thing you all remember is the ship exploding, but nothing after, including who may have died in the blast.
Mm.
And now you're standing here, wounds fully closed and healed, like you're fully healed. Fully restored, as if you've had a long rest, and both the ship and crew are very much intact. Before we begin, Ricky,
mm-hmm.
You hear something in your mind. The ticking of a clock.
Okay.
You have 24 hours.
Dawn of the first day, alright.
Yeah, dawn of the first day.
I need to talk to all of you.
Yeah, what's going on?
We were up in the sky and there was big boom and fire. What the heck?
We need a place to talk.
Can we go in there? And I point to the medical room.
We can't.
The next closest door would be the privy.
I don't think we can get in here.
Also for context, the Instant Fortress was left behind in the Nightmare Place, so it's gone. Yeah.
Yep. We're Instant Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Question. You said we had some things that got empowered last time. Is that?
Yeah. So also, Druck, your mantle, for some reason, it looks a little different. It's powered. So the mantle you have is powered. If you look, you now have a plus 24 to survival checks. Your passive perception is now like 36. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Kenna, your staff changes slightly to be more like luminescent.
Okay.
And
like that same blue glow that I get through the vein. Okay.
But your staff's powered, the mantle's powered, and the hourglass is powered now.
Sick.
Okay.
More like the power glass.
Yeah, just anywhere, literally anywhere we could just in here. Just Ricky'll just with suddenly a lot more assertive than he normally is, especially with the group. He's gonna just drag everyone into the privy.
Who are you and what have you done with Ricky?
That's a strangely good question. Okay, all right. Okay. It's yesterday.
Sorry, what?
It's currently yesterday.
Okay.
And we like pull out the hourglass and show it. Like this thing, activated. We all remember the and the right.
Ricky, maybe you didn't hear this, but or maybe Flitz wasn't there either. But a bunch of us are pretty familiar with time shenanigans.
Okay.
What? But no, this is.
Oh no, this is a. Oh God, it's another one of these things.
Another one?
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
When was the last one?
We might have skipped 6 to 10 weeks.
Oh no, this is the other direction. It's yesterday.
Yeah. He said it's the other direction.
Yes, it's yesterday. This is a good thing because we can prevent the explosion and the ship and everything. The problem is, you're still kind of next door.
Wait, how is that a problem? I mean,
because it's apparently bad if we meet our other selves.
Right.
Okay, my body is still next door, I think.
Yes. And Dax, you're also next door guarding the bottle with all of us in it.
Dax will nod. Mm-hmm.
So, a disembodied voice brought me here. Also, there was, the part where you were seeing people in the dark, in the shadows at the other end of the hallway?
Yes, it is something that will haunt my waking days.
That was us! That was us! Just now. That was us looking at past other us.
They were...
Tomorrow?
Wibbly wobbly.
Uh-huh.
So us now are looking at us tomorrow. Yesterday.
Yes. Except only I could see, apparently. I looked, you guys were, and you were... Oh.
Okay, wait, why are we here? With the explosion, it wasn't that bad, was it?
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad.
Are there any rules to this?
Okay.
Yes, we can't, for whatever reason, I don't know what happens, but I want to find out. We can't be seen by our past selves. We need to get the bottle, and we need to bring it north to the mountains.
To a forest of dead trees to the south, north of a town.
Oh, okay, that's right. To the south, north of a town. That's it.
You need to bring Flitz's bottle to the mountains?
Yes, before we come out of it, and then it does the thing that lifted the ship up into the air and caused the whole mess.
But what the other Dax in the Kenna's body, if we come out, we expect to be in here, and Kenna will have the crystal and Kenna's body.
We can shove my body in the bag of holding. I don't care. That's yesterday me. Or
no, but that is
me.
That body is alive. It will die in the bag of holding.
But if it dies, do I die? If that body's me, and I throw that body in the bag of holding, and that body dies, do I die?
We do need to bring Dax. We also do need to somehow get Dax and Kenna to where we're going.
Okay, so I have a radical idea. What if...
We have 24 hours, by the way.
Hear me out on this.
Okay.
This is gonna be wild. What if we leave a note?
Elaborate.
Okay, all we have to do to avoid different Dax and different... I mean, Kenna, you're kind of in the clear because I believe your eyes were closed this whole time, so you won't see you a single minute.
But Dax will be very confused if they see Kenna...
No, I don't disagree. I was just trying to apply the direct theorem. But if we leave a note,
it would have to be a note.
Dax and Kenna.
It would have to be a note not from one of us because we're in the keep right now.
Yeah. So how about this?
What if it's a secret? Everyone loves a secret admirer, and if we say like, "Ooh, bring the body for a secret special surprise."
I was going to
Everyone's going to be there. All of your friends.
Yeah.
I've never been to a birthday
party.
Well,
it's a letter for me. So it would have to be. It makes sense to draw me. Maybe say it's my parents because they're on.
Or I mean, we could just wait for you to go to the bathroom. You went to the bathroom, yes?
But we need to find a way to get that version of me to where the rest of us are going.
Why don't you just change places with him?
That Dax wouldn't come with us. Wait. Okay, I have an idea. Actually, I have a thought.
Huh?
Because if Dax goes to the bathroom at some point, and Dax is expecting us to come out of the bottle, as long as we hide this Dax, when Dax comes back from the bathroom, we can all be out and pretend we just came out of the bottle.
Okay, but what is the premise of us getting the bottle?
We need the bottle is where we're going to be coming out of.
Why don't we send this Dax to wherever we need to go ahead of us? Kenna, you can not here at the moment. You went to the bathroom. I will wait because part of that includes you. Anyway,
real quick. Sorry. Just actually, before we start planning all this out, I just had a thought. Does anyone have their map on them so we can find out where this place is and how far away it is? Because if it's not within walking distance of 24 hours,
here's your map right here.
Okay.
I've been scribbling on it.
Ricky,
all right.
You get this weird sensation. You get some extra context because of your conversation, and I'm going to message you basically the outcome should you succeed.
Okay.
Hey, Flitz.
Yes.
I want to say, I really hope this succeeds because I don't want to keep losing you and Kenna. I'm sick of losing you.
You guys don't know that anybody died.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How much do we know?
There was a big explosion.
It stops the explosion. Yeah.
You don't remember anything. Outcome of the explosion. Just the ship exploded.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
we could
flash
imagine that
of
we
light.
all fucking died. Let's be honest.
I
We
was
could
just
imagine
saying,
that
because
we all
the moment stopped, I've seen. I'll tell you this, Ricky. I know that this is a little weird to hear, but with no hair and a couple of scars, you're quite dashing. Like it's a pretty good look for you.
Ricky, you all look relatively fucked up from the explosion, except for Druk, but you're all healed. You're fucked up from the explosion.
Oh shit, the hair hasn't grown back. Ooh.
My beard intact?
Strangely, it's the only thing.
It's a magic beard.
Okay.
I'm bald.
Okay. Here's the thing. If we succeed, we'll basically rejoin with the other us. Because if we prevent the current us from happening, then this will have not happened, and it'll just kind of, the knot will just kind of close off. So we'll just kind of rejoin with our other selves.
If I can,
What do you mean? Since that's where our bounties is.
What?
Kirkwall, that's where we're headed.
What about it?
Is that where we will rejoin them?
No.
We'll just keep going.
When they come out of the bottle, if we do this, we will just kind of become them. It'll be like this thing never happened, and we've just been them the whole time.
So we'll die.
Well, no, we'll just be them then. We'll just.
Wait, I have an idea.
We'll more unlive.
Like a hangover.
But wait, what if whenever other Dax in that room goes to the restroom?
Yes.
We take my bottle, and we take Kenna's body. If Dax still has my bottle, that's okay. I can reconjure a new one, like another one.
Well,
so
Flitz, you still have your bottle on you. Weirdly enough, you have a version of your bottle on you.
Okay, not the point. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, so think about this. Dax goes to the bathroom, right? We go, we take the bottle, we take Kenna's body. We leave a note saying, follow us to this point if you want to see your friends in your bottle again.
Oh, that could work.
Wait. Instead, what if Dax, okay, we go into the room, this Dax takes the bottle, leaves the room. We all get in that bottle you're holding right there, in that room, and then when Dax is back, past Dax is back from the bathroom, we just get out of that bottle. and then say, "Hey, Dax, let's just go to this place."
Yeah, but the other Dax will be seen.
Because and the bottle you have is the bottle that you exited from.
It's okay. Just think about it. What we'll do, Dax, you trust yourself to survive?
Yeah.
I don't
But,
we
like,
can't have
once
both Daxes
we-
with us.
But once we come out of a bottle, our Dax, this Dax right here, this tall, beautiful person,
Hi.
can jump into the first bottle, and then
It's not how that works. I have to be there. I have to be there to let you into the bottle. So no. I think what I have is the best plan because it avoids Dax. You trust yourself. You can survive. We'll give you the carpet that we have. You can like fly a little bit over the land if your other Dax maybe can do that. I don't know how intelligent you are. But anyway, okay, avoid that. We'll go steal Kenna in the bottle. We'll leave a note saying if you want to find your friend, come to this point. If not, too damn bad.
Don't we then have to avoid past Dax seeing us entirely?
Well, we'll be like a few hours ahead.
None of you can be seen by Dax.
Oh, we can't be seen
Because
by
it's
Dax.
because Dax will be like, wait, what the fuck? You guys are in the bottle. When'd you come out?
Right, but okay.
Oh, I thought if we
Because
set up a scenario
Dax is holding
where-
onto the bottle. They would know if you popped out of the bottle.
Unless they were in the bathroom.
With them to the bathroom. They would
Unless we
probably
all
take
came
it
out
with them.
when they were in the bathroom.
Okay,
Right.
so
That
what
was
we're
that was
saying,
the whole point of the bathroom.
what we're saying,
thing.
what we're saying is that for this plan, that I think I'm here. If I'm going to be honest, we've had a lot of really good plans, but I want to call this perhaps the Druck Ricky experience. So for this one, you guys have come together. What we need, and I'm sorry to say it, to be that guy, we do need Dax to have a bathroom emergency. One that would cause no bottles to be brought in. One that would cause just like, oh, I'll be gone for 2 minutes, but just quick and dirty 2 minutes.
Hey,
Why don't we just
Bottle?
ask Dax if Dax ever went to the restroom within the
Dax.
time that we were?
Don't you? Yeah, just ask Dax.
While you were waiting for us, do you have any breaks or
Let me roll a constitution.
openings?
Let me roll a constitution saving throw. I do not.
Dax.
See if Dax didn't pee
I-
for 2 days.
I do not want to roll high. They wanted to make sure no one.
Yeah,
fucked with
fair
Ricky,
Farrah.
what's your portents? Roll low.
I don't have it. Well, do I have any new ones?
No, it's just no, because technically you're
Yeah, right.
people this from the same time. Yeah, I don't want to roll high. 12. I think I went pee like 20 minutes before you guys got back.
Oh, that's too close.
Okay. So I have an idea. The only ones of us who saw us go into a bottle because we asked for privacy was us. Now, Dax is pretty agreeable. So what if one of us were to sneak on out of here and say, hey, we've been through a lot. Could you bring my friend Dax this cup of coffee? Then they get coffee. Then, boom kapow, you get the old bowels moving and grooving. You know that the punishment bakery we've been to, you know that coffee gets you moving. So, if we could get 1 cup of that inside Dax, they have to take a bathroom emergency way sooner. Then we get in and she's, oh, you missed the fireworks. Oh, no. Now we've all got to go to the forest. Bing bam. Does this help make any connections to the plan? Did I miss something?
No.
But I feel like Dax would just, if they're already holding the bottle, they would just run to the
But if we have
bathroom.
your body, Kenna, then Dax definitely would join us.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Right, Dax?
Like,
If we stole Kenna's
Oh,
body,
I would
uncuffed
kill
his-
whoever took Kenna's body.
Perfect. So what we do, Dax goes to the restroom holding onto the bottle. That's fine. That's okay.
We just gotta sneak in and get my
We
bottle.
just need to be a few hours ahead of Dax and just say, come follow her. We'll leave a trail if we need to.
I'm gonna
make it very
simplify
obvious where we're going.
this so we don't spend like 3 hours doing this. If the bottle stays on the key on this ship when the time catches up, nothing's changed.
Yeah, and also if Kenna's body is removed, then it never gets the soul back into it.
Correct.
Yes, it will because Dax will have the bottle. We will eventually reconverge. We just have to get Dax and the bottle to the point we're going as well.
But
and once
Kenna's
that happens,
body...
we can reveal ourselves. But we have to carry we have to carry Kenna's body.
You don't have it. You don't.
Soul is in the bottle with you guys right now.
Guys, you do not have a safe way to carry Kenna's body. If you put Kenna's body in the bag of holding, Kenna will die because they are living right now. A living creature cannot last in the bag of holding, or they suffocate.
We have a flying carpet.
No, but
we have a literal flying carpet that can carry bodies.
The body needs to stay there so that we complete the loop.
You need to complete.
No,
the loop.
The body needs to come with us.
No,
the body needs to be with us.
You have to complete.
Yeah.
The loop.
Wait.
You have to complete.
No.
The loop.
You have to complete the loop. So everything needs to look similarly to when we came out.
You guys were
everything needs to look and
you guys were given. The guy gave the voice gave you the instructions. Bring the bottle in the keep. Didn't say anything about bring a body, and then find a way to lure the other two to where you're going.
Oh, okay. So
everything has to just look the same.
Yeah, everything. No. You can't alter anything too grand.
Wait. Okay, you just said. I feel like I just heard two opposite things. We need to get the body, or we need to get the bottle, Dax, and Kenna all to the place we're going to.
Here's what he said.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I think we're getting two very different
I suggest you relocate the keep to the west.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, those who do not enter the keep with you will not be with you when you arrive, basically. So Dax and Kenna will not be there when...
But we're trying to avoid that. And with the suggestion of bringing Kenna's body, we have a magic carpet that Flitz and whoever can ride along with that can carry Kenna's body. If other Dax that has the pot just follows us, gets to this point in the west, we have 24 hours. If we're only a couple hours ahead of Dax, they won't be seen. We will eventually converge to that point together, and then bada bing, bada boom, we're all in the same point. So Dax and Kenna don't have to magically come from the ship.
The way The way I'm interpreting this is we're basically moving past us, our exit point, to the mountains, because current us has to go to the mountains to avoid the shit going down.
Because when we come out of the...
and everyone is coming with us. So
it's basically the bottle, us coming out of the bottle unintentionally creates a disaster in the area. So we need to move the bottle to a safe, remote place, so when other us comes out of the bottle, it goes off and there's no one around to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but also when this is the part I may be misinterpreting. The part where it's like, keep in mind those who did not enter the keep with you will not be there with you. Meaning Dax and Kenna.
And it'll be Katniss.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the part, but then there's the part where I'm sure you'll find a way to get them there. Do we need Dax and Kenna, past Dax and Kenna, to be where we are when we came out of the bottle?
Yes, because they were there when you came out of the bottle initially.
Because
that's when Kenna got restored to life, and Dax was there when everything happened.
So those events still need. All of those events still need to happen, just in a different location.
Yes.
So Kenna's body and Dax need to be present when we come out of the bottle. We just need to transplant that whole situation
somewhere
over
else.
here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But also that needs to happen without Dax seeing any of us.
Dax can't see anybody because they'll be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
Right.
So we have to somehow get them to go where we want them to.
Yes.
And Dax did suggest.
Kidnapping my body.
Dax suggested write a letter from someone that I care about that would draw me out to go see them.
Yeah. Because okay, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong. If we tricked Dax into thinking we had this us was the us that had come out of the bottle, would that then allow them to be able to see us?
No. They can't.
Okay.
You basically don't fuck with anything that in your past. Like don't fuck with people that. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to puppet everything behind the scenes. We can't be seen.
Correct.
Okay, that was part. I thought that if we could create a plausible.
You can be seen by the crew or anything because you just got saw by a crew member who said, "Oh, you look better." You just can't be seen by people who are basically part of these current events, like the party members.
So that also applies to Kenna's body, even though I'm not technically conscious, but I'm alive. That one's a little funky.
That one's funky. Just if any of you are seen by Dax, bad stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Dax is a hard line. Okay, got it.
So I have one small radical idea, and I know Quoin's been on a runner today.
And yeah, Ricky, the hourglass is still like going counterclockwise because time is going down.
Right.
Okay. One radical idea. I have this disguise kit. I could make you all disguises so that if anyone sees us, we look different enough than not us. Like, oh, that's a short-ish person, but look at that humongous growth on his face. That ain't Quoin. Boom diggy. Now we have an extra set of disguise on.
We already got Quoin sharding.
I will say, if you're using a disguise kit to fool Dax, you'd have to roll pretty high because you've been with this person for so long.
Dax has also seen groin sharding.
Yes, groin sharding is for parties, okay? Be cool.
But I'm just saying, if that's the route you're going, it's going to be difficult.
There's a chance that in that case that a die roll will just end this because if Dax just like sees through. If you just roll low, Dax rolls high.
Dax sees through the disguise, and time just reverts back to what it was.
I feel like we wanna do as much far away from Dax as we can and just not even risk being close. So we don't even
no
risk
dice
the
rolls.
perception check.
We got to do this without dice rolls.
What if I summon Flitz to deliver a letter to Dax here in the room and tell them where to go, give them a full breakdown of the letter, whatever needs to be said in it, but Flitz, someone that Dax can trust, just needs to go and deliver the letter instead of one of us trying to do it or a random person trying to do it. If Flitz, who Dax recognizes or should recognize, delivers this letter, she doesn't have to know. You don't have to know how my magic works necessarily.
Would you believe that Flitz could come in from another demi-plane?
I don't know magic that well.
Perfect.
It might work.
But we were told that when we were in the keep that magic. We did learn from those weird people in the flesh towers, but that we can't really alter stuff from out of that place, but I'm sure I wouldn't really understand anyway.
And we just have the letter telling Dax where we need to go, where they need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. It'd have to be written from one of you then.
Wait a minute.
Or, no, it can't be written by... yeah.
Wait. This is... We just need the letter. Dax, how are you holding the bottle?
It's on my person, on my belt.
Is it okay? So it's just like on the person. Is it stoppered or is it open?
It's probably stoppered. It's Flitz's bottle.
Okay, so the bottle stoppered when if someone unstoppers the bottle,
nothing happens.
Okay,
Flitz has to be the one to.
Flitz is. I've role played it that Flitz pretty much has the connection to it. So.
But just keep in mind when you do have that bottle on your person, you still have a bottle on your person right now. It's the bottle that you had before you went into the. It's the bottle that you had after you came out of the keep. So this is the bottle post keep.
Yeah,
that you have
creepy,
on your person.
fleshy.
One. We should probably keep those two bottles separate. Also,
yes.
I can stop time. New. That's new. So, yeah. I could.
There's a way to do it.
Yeah, I could make it if I stopped time. If we wrote the letter, I stopped time. I walk in and then just kind of toss it from like the direction of the mouth of the bottle, from Dax's, and then came back in here. From Dax's perspective, a letter would just come flying out the mouth of the bottle.
But we also need that bottle that I have.
Well, right. The letter would come out. It would look like we tossed it from inside, telling you, "Hey, go here."
Why don't you stop time and do a sleight of hand and give Dax the old bottle?
Because would Ricky know the mechanics of time stop? Because I know that I can't affect something being held by another person.
For this, I'm going to say fuck it because I'm getting a headache.
Okay. So I could just swap the bottles?
For this moment only.
Indiana Jones.
Because time's fucked as it is right now.
Because time is fucked enough that the spell is more powerful. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah. So, so then in that case, we
have a little origami crane with the note sticking out of the bottle stop.
And then Dax doesn't know they have the wrong bottle.
Correct.
We have the right bottle.
Technically, they don't have the wrong bottle, but they do.
Well, they have the right bottle at the wrong point in time.
Correct.
And then we can do whatever we need to have something come out of that bottle.
Yep. So yeah, basically you can circumvent all of this headache if Ricky just does time stop, goes in there, and swaps the bottles.
I think the last issue is what happens to Dax and Kenna once everything happens. What happens to them two? Do these two disappear and go to that timeline in the ship cabin, or do those two in the ship cabin bamf up to us? However that works.
No, we need to make sure they get to where we are. They need to be in the vicinity when the realist comes out.
So we do need to bring Kenna's body.
This version, no. Dax can bring Kenna's body too if you write it in the letter.
Yeah. It needs to get there.
Dax.
Okay.
This Dax and Kenna will be the Dax and Kenna when time catches up.
Right. Wait. Okay. No, actually, switching the bottles is not a good idea though, because then when it comes time for us to come out, we're coming out of the bottle that we're now holding, not the one Dax is holding. And then because we need
whatever you want to do, we're gonna start moving on.
Either way, we need to get a note to Dax saying, "Hey, we need you to bring these things to this location ASAP."
I'll leave the carpet. I'll leave the carpet with Dax.
But you didn't leave the carpet when you went into the bottle, so that's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Well, it'll rather be weird than.
No. Because if it's weird, then we die.
Well.
If it's too weird, Dax gets suspicious.
Ricky,
and if Dax gets suspicious,
the plan you had with time stop, I'm gonna rule it now. That'll be the way to do it. Okay. Like I said, getting a headache. I just want to move on.
Okay. Do we even need to swap the bottles, or can I just deliver the letter and then leave and it'll do
whatever you want to do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we just deliver the letter into the room. Dax sees the letter magically appear. We say it's from somebody. We could say it's from like Ogden, Thranazar, whoever, just to get them to this place.
I think Thranazar might be the way to go.
Dax, who do you think would be the best person to write a letter for you?
My parents. But then I know they're writing, so someone who's writing I don't know, which is Thranazar and my parents, and no one here could probably mimic that. So
do you think you could?
To mimic writing, it's an intelligence check, and I don't have a lot of that. And this would be relying on dice rolls again.
Dax, if you got a letter in your own handwriting,
no,
telling you to go somewhere,
that seems like a bad idea. Let's just write it from somebody important, but somebody I don't know. Like I don't know the writing, like Hazar maybe, or
or the prince that we are acquainted with.
But why would he be here though?
He wouldn't have to be here. He's telling you to go somewhere else.
Ogden,
maybe
let's just go with Ogden. He's our party patron. It makes the most sense.
Because I can make the letter appear like in thin air directly in front of Dax's face, so it looks like it appeared like it was sent by magic.
Then let's just do Ogden then.
Okay.
Who wants to write this? Who's a good writer? Fine, I'll do it.
I was going to say, with reckless abandon, I feel like I have met the man once, but I feel like I could speak in his voice very fluently. No? Okay. Well, then goodbye to that idea.
Two separate characters.
I'll go fuck off into the corner again. Bye.
Okay, he'll take a piece of paper out and some ink and begin writing a letter.
Okay.
Who is this from again?
Ogden Boone.
He's
Ogden Boone.
And none of you have
Give me a brief description of this person and how is their presentation?
He's very flamboyant. He's got this he's very tall, like tan skin. He's from Silgar, so he's like.
I mean, Quoin's seen him. You could probably
like
tell
silver hair and like pointy ears. His dad is this one. No, we don't know that. He's got like this
personality. Let's do personality. How about just give me like 3 personality traits? Quoin, you look like you might know a lot about this Ogden Boone.
I've never met him.
Quoin, do you have 3 personality traits for Ogden Boone?
I did say flamboyant. He's very smart.
Okay.
He's a smart wizard. Yeah.
Smart wizard, flamboyant. Anything else?
It's for sure book magic.
Book magic, got it. So Flitz is gonna take ink and quill, and he is going to look at Kenna. Kenna, do you can you see if this maybe might look right? And he'll begin to write with a flourish.
Well, no one has seen Ognaboon's writing, so there's no good reason.
Yeah, we don't know what
It really doesn't matter. Yeah.
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 Flitz doesn't know that.
Yeah. Because this party got a letter from Grump. So
yeah, so he will write
Tales of letters.
He will definitely write with like a flick of the wrist, a little bit of flourish. He's gonna try to
also a combination of like fancy curse, like not cursive, but like also doctor's writing, like a combination of cursive and doctor's writing.
We're gonna make it legible though.
Yeah.
Have to make it legible.
Yeah, that's why I said a combination.
Regardless, you can write the letter.
Okay.
I don't need to know the words or anything, just because.
No, that's fine. Yeah, he'll write a letter telling, kind of giving, calling the group, Dax especially, that everyone needs to meet. He'll say something with, he'll embellish it to make it seem like the magic. He'll look to Dax for inspiration to be like, what would pull you away from the ship with Kenna's body and the bottle?
So,
what would get you there? And so he would use that as inspiration to forge the letter.
Very smart, very cool. Like, good idea, great idea.
Our lives are at risk. I don't know. I like to kill things, so just suggest that someone is plotting to kill us.
There's a potential murder plot.
Yep.
Coming our way on the ship. They know where we are, the exact location. For safety, you have to get to this location within
24 hours.
22 hours.
23 hours at this point.
22 hours. Give her a gap.
Okay,
Give them
22.
At least an
22.
hour gap.
22.
It's like when you have that
pee breaks.
When you have that friend who's always late to things, so you tell them to show up like half an hour earlier than everybody else.
Yeah.
I give my friends an hour. I'm like, yo, we're doing this at 7:30. No, it's actually
the most I've ever seen Dax be possessed was by the thrall of a specific blade. So perhaps maybe if there was threat of that same thrall, they may.
Oh, good idea, actually.
Quickly.
Do that instead.
He'll just
say possible Uba-like threat.
Uba-like. That's a fancy word.
I'll tell you how to spell it, and they tell you how to spell it.
Perfect.
So we're looking for an abandoned town to the west, and then we have to go north from that town to a forest of dead, frozen trees. And that's where your disembodied voice told us to bring the keep, right, Ricky?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There will be signs along the way.
And because it's an abandoned town, you can... Flitz, because it's an abandoned town and you have cartography knowledge, it is most likely not on your map.
Perfect. So, he'll say part of it will be there will be signs along the way, so that Dax can't get lost.
Okay.
Also, here's a magic carpet. Huh?
No, it's the same magic carpet.
Does have
that's Vince's face. Here's a magic carpet of Vince with Vince's face exactly like
because Vince's face is on it. Yeah.
Shit, that's right. God damn, I forgot it was that specific.
I will say, the more shenanigans you try to do with this, the more catastrophic the results could be.
Like we could just trust Dax.
The more you fuck with time, the more you fuck with time.
Leave the wolves with Dax.
You can't leave the wolves with Dax because you brought them with you when you went into the keep.
You cannot give Dax anything.
You can't give Dax anything.
Also, it's fine.
I will say, you can't give Dax.
Why didn't we take the wolves with us?
Because they're in
the chest.
They're in the chest for safekeeping. You can't give anything to Dax.
That's fine.
Okay.
Accept this letter. Perfect.
Okay.
Dearly love always, Ogden Boone.
Justin, feel free to say no to this, but would it have been possible for us to transfer things to someone from inside the keep to outside the keep?
No.
Okay, so the transfer only works
right now.
Okay. Because I was going to say, because if we transferred something with the chest to Dax,
no,
it would have looked like it came from us. But if it couldn't have come from inside the keep, then that didn't make sense.
Okay. Gotcha.
Here, Ricky.
All right. So, okay, Ricky, do your thing, I guess.
Okay. All right. Let me just. I want to actually pull up the spell since this is the first time I've actually gotten to use it as a player. I've used it as a DM before, but never as a player.
It's fun.
Yeah. Okay. 1d4 plus one turns.
Yep.
So spell ends if one of the actions used during this period or any effects you create affects a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you. So I can open doors and close them and everything as long as they're not.
Because we're in a fucked time's already fucked. We're gonna say you can affect a person for right now.
Okay. All right. Then Ricky will do whatever he needs to the hourglass to activate time stop.
The thing in the center starts spinning rapidly, and everybody else, you just
and then
freeze the time.
Let me roll a d4. See how many rounds I get. Okay, 3 rounds should be plenty. We're right next door. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the letter. I'm gonna,
18 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll up the letter so it's like tightly scrolled up, but not like sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Or like tied off or anything, so like as soon as it's let go, it'll like spring open.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna just exit the room, walk next door. I'm just gonna like hold it up right at Dax's eye level, like here, and just let go, so that it's like stuck, like frozen in the air right in front of Dax's eyes.
Okay.
So when time restarts, it'll just spring open right in their face.
Okay.
And then I will step back out, close the door, come back, shut the door, and then wait for time to restart.
Okay. Time restarts is only 18 seconds, and then you hear Dax. And
I was gonna say I'll make sure I'm standing like slightly to the side of where I was, so like to everybody else I just kind of just like.
Okay. Like you're playing an online shooter and you briefly like.
Yeah, I just
glitch.
I just lag.
Yeah, time resumes, and then and from the medical cabinet you hear Dax go, other Dax, go. What the, and then.
We gotta go. Let's go.
Gotta wait for Dax. Isn't Dax gonna leave him? Or are we going ahead or following?
Should we go first? We don't need to. Let's just go. Come on, right?
We need to leave a trail for Dax. Let's go.
Wait. Dax is about to exit into this hallway.
You hear a door open.
Yeah, Ricky's like stands and like stops.
And you hear somebody running. Or hold on. They're not running that fast because they're carrying a body. So you hear like. Also, the crew did just say, remember, the crew, oh yeah, never mind. The crew did say, that one guy's like, oh, Kenny, you look better than you did before. And Dax goes
got sick again.
Dax goes up to the upper deck, and you hear a guy go, oh, he must have gotten sick again. That's unfortunate. Because, yeah. And then, yeah. There you go.
Okay. We can fly and take a roundabout way.
That's valid.
I don't think I should leave the boat looking like, or the ship looking like myself, because they did just see my unconscious body.
Turn into an animal.
Okay.
Oh, what about me?
Quoin, do you have your disguise kit? Could you?
Wait. Set up that. Wait, is there a porthole in the room we're in right now?
It's the privy, so probably not.
Dax, I can polymorph you if you're okay with that.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna polymorph Dax into a rabbit that looks very similar to Mr. Snuffles, and then I'm going to wild shape into a rabbit that looks very similar to Mr. Snuffles.
Okay.
So now Ricky has 3 rabbits.
Okay.
Nice.
Maybe we should go like in a rush, like chasing after Dax. Maybe we should.
We should just not be seen.
I'm very as a rabbit.
Does Flitz hear it?
Oh yeah, Flitz, you hear? I'm very perceptive.
Well, I was more worried about the crew. Like we're like chasing after Dax.
Yeah, but if we're too obvious, Dax will see us.
We'll give it like 10 minutes.
I think we should just like sneak out
on a docked boat. Okay.
Most of us can fly, right?
Valid. Can y'all just tell me when? A short burst with my flying.
Well, you can use the carpet.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I'll do that.
And Ricky will be holding the two rabbits. There was a porthole in the room, in the med bay, right?
Yep.
And now we know no one's in there.
Correct.
So we can just enter back into that room. We can all just sneak out, just climb out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Ricky will just like shimmy his way out the window and then pop out the wings of, or has the cloak of dragonflight recharged?
Technically not a new dawn. So no.
Okay. Then Ricky will also need to be Ricky will wait because Ricky will also need to ride on the carpet.
Okay. So you're climbing out a window.
Ricky, can't you just run in circles on the side of the ship until the carpet comes out?
I can also just wait for the carpet to be out.
That's true.
All right. So how are you all sneaking off the ship? Ricky's holding 2 rabbits.
I think we're just gonna climb out the porthole. Like
Okay.
if Flitz goes out first and just has the carpet waiting like right outside the window,
Okay.
we can just climb out onto the carpet and then just kind of like fly away low.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Out of line of sight.
We'll try to go north, right? Because we want to go.
Yeah, we want to take a big loop around so we're out of Dax's line of sight, but then we're gonna be flying so we can pass them.
Okay.
And then once we're like far enough out of the city, we can break out the wolves. Maybe go a little bit faster.
That's valid. Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
true.
Didn't even think about that.
And it will leave tracks for Dax to follow.
Wolf tracks.
Yeah, I mean, there
That's
are
fine.
wolves around.
If you get ahead of Dax.
Yeah, definitely.
We definitely could because we can, right, with the amount of travel we can do.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Just got to get out of the city and a safe distance away.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you're on the little carpet and you're flying away from the ship. Okay. So the city itself sits up like on the edge of a cliff, so you're not even like really in the city yet, because there's like a bunch of like iron scaffolding and walkways that actually go up the side of the cliff up to the city itself. So Dax is actually going up the iron walkways and getting up to the top of the cliff and then going.
Okay.
And you
Perfect,
all
so we could
you
go-
can just circumvent all that and
yeah.
fly away.
Mhm.
Okay.
Great.
That will be the goal.
All right. So I guess is everybody on the carpet then? Because that thing will move significantly slow.
Well,
wait,
because
no.
we only
Two
have
of us are bunnies.
2 are
For an hour.
bunnies. Quoin and Druid can both fly indefinitely. So it's really just it's really just Flitz and Ricky on the carpet.
And some bunnies.
And yes,
It's
3
your
rabbits.
bunny.
Okay. Alrighty.
Flitz weighs like 40 pounds. So.
Okay.
I feel like Ricky
Oh.
weighs somewhere around $110, but
All right. Yeah. So you're on the carpet and are you gonna go up into the city, or are you just gonna bypass the cliff, the city proper, and go skirt the outskirts
Yeah,
of the city?
we're gonna skirt the
Yeah.
outskirts. I would
Yeah,
say.
we just
Okay.
fly
Going
around the
more
edge of the-
north, I think. Right? We should go like up
Yeah.
north because we'll be heading west.
yeah.
Okay.
I think they called it as the seagull flies.
As
Ooh.
the seagull flies. Yeah.
Which is in
Yeah.
fucking circles and dive bombing people.
Yeah.
So.
True.
That's
Steal-
about
stealing their-
And whenever
you-
we see Dax, we all just fucking.
Do you dive? Do you dive bomb anybody and steal their food that they're eating?
If only I had well shaped into a seagull.
You know, guys, Druid
Cook up
is
someone.
kind of hungry.
Oh no.
No.
Iron Haven, because you're
Druid is like, he'd stand out so
okay.
much.
So
Yeah.
most of the party are on the flying carpet. Quoin and Druid can fly alongside the magic carpet as you exit the ship, as the seagull flies. Okay, you're out of the ship. Dax is headed up the iron scaffolding that rises up the cliffside. You can bypass them and not be seen. Yeah. Iron Haven is a cold and unforgiving place as you fly by. The wind howls through the streets below, biting at any exposed skin. The snow is deep and pristine, covering the ground and buildings in a blanket of white. You can see numerous dwarves and Duergar and Goliaths walking around. It's like negative 45 Fahrenheit, or is it 77 Fahrenheit negative? It's really cold here.
Putting on our
as you were warned, yeah. The jingling cold gear.
The jingling cold gear.
Okay.
Might as well. I'm not getting cold.
Okay. And you're flying high up in the air. Druk, a seagull is like flying around your head and like trying to like peck at your head. Just for fun. It's not. It's just like.
Yeah.
It can smell the food you have on you probably, and it's just like trying to like get at it.
Yeah. Druk will just shoo it away. Like, well, he's hungry. Fuck this. He's just biting the head off of that thing.
Make an
Osborne style.
Unarmed strike as you like go to grab out for the seagull.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it, Druk.
15.
That hits a seagull.
Okay.
What's your unarmed strike damage?
2.
Oh yeah, it's done.
All right. Yeah.
Cool. Kenna gets a new wild shape seagull.
Yeah.
Nice.
Had Kenna never seen a seagull before?
I mean, maybe not.
Maybe not. I lived in a valley, and well, I guess I
A
lived in
port
an
city
Endale for
and a
most of my
port
life.
city, yeah. All right. So you're flying along. You have to be relatively high up for this. Just to like because it's a cliff, and to circumvent everything, you're probably like 1,500 feet up. Quoin and Druid are fine because you have like innate flying. Everybody else on the carpet. Yeah, for like a couple brief minutes, Quoin, you can sense some birds flying behind you in like a flying V formation. That some migratory birds do when it's cold. And as you fly,
Coconuts migrate.
as you fly up in the sky, you can see twice as high.
Take a look.
It's in a book. As you pass over the western reaches of Iron Haven, yeah, immediately greeted by extremely cold winds and blowing snow. Not enough to like cause flying people to fall, but it's just really cold. Those of you that have hair, which from the explosion is not many, Druid is the only one with hair at this point, and then Kenna's beard, instantly freezes.
Oh, bunny.
If you ever have had like your hair freeze in the cold, it's kind of just instant. Especially if you have facial hair. Just
does that help or hurt my my flying?
it's fine.
Your aerodynamics.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Thank
you. I was looking for that.
Those of you that have exposed skin, which as of right now, is quite a few. It's burning and burning. It stings from the cold. It goes numb in less than a few minutes, just instantly numb, basically. Yeah, you're flying.
After an hour, the polymorph ends on Dax.
Okay,
But that's probably far enough away from the city that we could transfer to wolves.
Okay, so Ricky, you're holding these bunnies, and out of nowhere, they just one becomes Dax again.
Ah!
Now we're gonna slow down tremendously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're far enough out of the city now. Dax is. You could probably guess Dax is probably still getting through the city. Because it's a big. It looked like a big city when you're flying above numerous districts. Dax is still having to like maneuver through the city to get out. So you could probably assume you could safely land, bust out the wolves, and then continue forward, if that's the plan.
What did Ogden have a calling card or something like a something specific? Like a rainbow or something? I don't know.
An owl? Oh wait, no, I wasn't there. I don't know these
Yeah, you
things. I
weren't
can't
there.
suggest. I can't help.
He had a familiar that was with him that he
What did it
called
look like?
Russ. It was like an owl,
Okay.
like a small desert owl.
It had green feathers.
Okay, so where our tracks will deviate, I'm gonna put the owl, a symbol of an owl using prestidigitation that will last for an hour, so Dax will find it if Dax is highly perceptive, right? Would that work?
Dax nods.
Okay. I'll do that then.
So it's
That'll be
an
the symbol.
image of a green screech owl.
Yep.
Perfect.
Screech owl. I don't know why I always.
It
thought
was a screech owl. It's a screech owl, right?
It's a certain breed of screech owl,
Yeah.
which is a misnomer because this owl's call is actually very like charming and sweet.
The more you know. just like Russ, who, spoilers, we may be seeing very soon. All right, just throwing that out there. Okay, so you start to land and then bust out the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Let's see then, because you're down one person, and I like to ask these questions. Who is driving? Because I don't remember whose wolf is what anymore. Who is driving the wolf armed with the lightning cannon?
I think that was me and Quoin last
Quoin,
time.
yeah, and Quoin has been tinkering with those.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Putting in lots of hours.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
Putting in the work, you know?
The work.
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
think
Somebody
Quoin
has
and
to.
Kenna will
Somebody
stick to
has to.
Greased Lightning, which is what I'm naming that wolf.
You call it a wolf
It's
grease
dubbed
lightning.
Greased. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can name them. Who's driving that one? Is it going to be Kenna, Coin?
Best racer you want to drive this time?
You know, I am so glad that you finally called me by my real title. Like, it is, you know, it's with humility and like a humble. Like, I'm so humble.
A yes or no with Vice Coin.
I might be the most. I might be the most humble racer that's ever
I'm just gonna...
raced wolves. I'll accept most humble.
The urge to just pick up Quoin and put him in the driver's seat.
Okay, so Coin's driving with Kenna using a lightning cannon. All right. The second wolf is the one that's armed with the magma spewer. I think that was Druk and Dax's. All right. Druk, what should we call
I think it was Druk and Flitz that were together.
We had the bolt. We had the ballista.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Because Druk was
Yeah.
more comfortable
Oh,
with
it's
the
right.
ballista.
Dax and Ricky.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I would recommend probably Druk and Ricky riding together, because Flitz riding solo, he can summon Fey Flitz too.
Hi, I'm here. Dax just.
Oh yeah, you are to. Never mind. I forgot you.
So
this
is it gonna be? Is it
completely
gonna be?
forgot.
Is it gonna be the same groups as before?
Completely
Dax,
forgot.
Ricky, Flitz, Druk. All right. Who's
Yep.
driving the magma spewer wolf?
Dax was. Yeah,
Okay. Ricky, you're in the back.
All right.
that was to give Ricky
have
something
control
to
of
do
the-
while shooting. And
Magma
driving.
spewer,
Magma.
which blew up some vehicles in the race. When you saw one of the other groups use it. All right. Yeah,
Hopefully we don't
because
need to use it.
Flitz and Drux's wolf is painted hoarfrost blue and armed with a harpoon launcher.
Nice.
Anyone else naming their wolves?
Just the most humblest greased lightning.
Yeah.
Humble Grease Lightning.
Yeah.
The most humblest
The most
greased
humblest.
lightning.
The
Lightning,
most
okay.
humblest Grease Lightning.
I guess this actually fits pretty well. Druk and Flitz's could just be called Snowpiercer.
Nice.
like it.
I get it. I get
I
it.
like
Yeah.
it.
I get it.
I like it.
I get it. I get it. That's all. Yeah,
Good.
I get it.
That's good.
I
Solid.
get it. I get it. Who's driving Snowpiercer?
Coin will. Or not. What?
Coin will.
Coin, you're driving. Get over
Coin's
here.
so good, Coin can drive
Flitz
two of them
will.
at once. Flitz will. I guess Druk is using the harpoon.
And so humble.
And so,
like
You
the
can drive two
humblest.
wolves.
so humble. Coin drives them like Jean-Claude Van Damme doing leg splits.
Yeah, splits. Yeah.
All right. Dax and Ricky, are you naming the magma spewer wolf? Dax isn't here, so Ricky, are you naming it?
What's a good name for something that spews magma?
Liquid diarrhea.
No.
I was thinking the muck.
Muck.
Oh, what's her name? What's her name on Tafiti? She spews magma.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of a good portmanteau of motorcycle and Mount Doom.
I'll get back to you. Give me 1 second.
Work in progress. Work in progress. Let's not have this
It's
be the thing
called
that slows us
work.
down.
It's called work in progress.
Motorola.
Oh. All right. So, you all get in your wolves. You can turn the engines on because they've been fueled. They have like 17 hours of fuel left still in them.
Nice.
Cool. I need one of you to roll me some dice. whatever dice you want. No. There is a specific. There's a specific one I need.
About the doom cycle.
Someone roll me a d20. I don't care who. Just have fun with it.
Get it, Kenna.
Oh, you know what? Best opportunity for my massive d20
Hell yeah.
that I just got. Look how big this chunky boy is. Hey, Druck, Garrett, shut up.
not the player name.
Oh man.
Any bonuses to this d20 roll?
No.
Do I get coins +1 for
No,
saving throws?
this isn't a save or anything.
9.
9. As you're all driving along, a blizzard. It's windy. It's snowy. This region sucks. It's like a blizzard all the time here. Faintly in the distance, you all hear, and stampeding out in front of the wolves is a herd of shaggy ox.
Yes.
I need every driver to roll a d20 and add the wolves' dex modifier.
It's all you, Quoin.
To avoid not slamming into the cows or driving into the cows and not damaging your vehicle. Either or, whatever the driver decides.
Where do we see the wolves?
I'll tell you what the bonus is.
Right on. Got you.
Wolves is a
flat D20.
It's just a flat D20 roll, yeah.
No, it's not, because that's the wrong stat block on D&D Beyond.
Perfect.
Because it's more like the hell motorcycles from Descent into Avernus, and I just yeah. So you're going. It's a D20 plus 4.
Ooh.
Oh.
Coin's working on getting and then you're all basically getting background proficiency in these. That's slowly counting up every time you drive. Eventually, you'll be able to add your proficiency bonus to this, but for right now, it's just a D20 plus 4 for the drivers only. So that's Coin, Dax, Flitz.
Eventually, I feel like I'd probably get that proficiency just a wee bit faster because of how dope I look on the bike.
That's true.
And
That's
how
true.
I'm the humblest.
That's true.
The humblest greased lightning.
Set.
So total. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can choose to try to avoid them, the herd, which is going to be a higher DC, or you can attempt to use the wolves' crushing treads and just plow through the cows or the oxes. Up to you. Up to the drivers of their vehicle.
Can Flitz just slam on the brakes?
That'll be the same thing to see if you can stop the vehicle in time and not get battered by one. It's the same thing.
He's going to attempt to do that. He's not going to be the one to...
All right. D20 plus 4.
I rolled an 11.
An 11. Okay. And then one does like run into the side. Doesn't get hurt or anything, but it runs into the side and...
Fritz, what are you doing?
It does not beat the damage threshold, so the vehicle isn't damaged at all. It's kind of like it's jostled really heavily as the oxes are like clambering over the wolf and continuing on.
It's like ducks like this.
Flitz
can't do that. He's too damn big.
Flitz, you hear the ox as they're like clambering over the vehicle say, "Get the fuck out of the way."
I'm sorry.
Coin, are you attempting to maneuver through them, brakes, or just plow through them?
So I want to do something, and you can. I defer to your judgment, my good sir.
Ooh, okay.
As they are coming, so they're coming
from the side.
I imagine them, right to left. They're coming from that direction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna brake slide into them and try and seamlessly run with the herd.
So you're doing
I'm going to try and, so I'm trying to whip it so that I'm running alongside them, and then I'm gonna try and bear with me now. Lion King Sega game Simba run through wilderness.
So you're attempting to do a stunt. So that's a different thing. Okay.
Oh.
What a reference.
Roll a d20 and add the wolves' dexterity modifier. So d20 plus 4.
Got you.
If you succeed, the stunt is successful. Otherwise, you're unable to perform the stunt. You're unable to perform the stunt. Can't attempt another stunt until the start of your next turn. If it fails by 5 or more, the wolf and all creatures riding it immediately fall prone as the wolf wipes out and comes to a dead stop.
Worth it.
And if the wolf falls prone, you have to like flip it back upright.
Heart of the cards.
By the way, that Lion King, the what is it? Wildebeest, water
14.
buffalo. Oh man,
Okay.
the Stampede soundtrack is so good.
It is. You succeed and you do as intended. So yeah, Druck and Flitz, did they just stop? Put the slam on the brakes. Quoin does this maneuver that was described. Dax is or Ricky driving. I can't remember. Dax.
It was Dax.
All right, Dax is brakes. Well.
So as Quoin is going through them, he's in cursive spelling out a word in the treads.
Okay.
So that when they leave, the word that it says is cowards, and then just peels out.
Perfect. Ricky. Flitz, you don't see this because it's a blizzard, right? And you're hunkered down.
Yeah, he's hunkered down.
Ricky and Dax completely splatter one of them. Just. And then the herd just moves on, and the herd is done, and you can all feel like the herd thunder off into the distance.
One bull smaller.
He's gonna lean over and he's gonna prestidigitate on the ground one of the owls, and he's gonna around the.
Okay.
His treads are gonna go. He's gonna see like the weird.
Yeah.
Cursive, and he's gonna purposely like glide over and just go right through it. He's gonna strike through. He'll give a little wiggle to the old.
Okay.
So it just says ward.
Okay, cool. And then you continue onwards. Cool. Excellent, as they say. Another 2 hours passes as you're driving through this icy wilderness, and you can see a small village come into view. The stone buildings buried beneath a blanket of snow and ice seem out of place in this frigid climate. Kind of like buildings you wouldn't expect to see built in this kind of climate. These are more like buildings you'd expect to see in like a Nundial, the core, like an Nundial city kind of architecture. These aren't buildings meant to withstand the cold. So that's weird. Yet, despite the inhospitable name, or inhospitable conditions, the town wears a proud name on a sign, and it says Anders Fall, the town of smiles. That's the wooden sign. It's slick with accumulation of ice over the years, stands askew in the snow. Its surface adorned with an assortment of trinkets and mementos, some ancient, others more recent. So the sign's kind of like decorated with these mementos hanging off, kind of like that bridge somewhere in, I think it's France, that has all the bike locks on it. Mm-hmm. This is just a sign that's adorned with random shit. And as you approach, you can see a stout dwarf, swathed in furs, with his head shrouded against the biting cold, hammering a wooden eagle figurine into the sign. And you can hear your vehicles approach, and he goes, "Oh, hello! Apologies, I'll be done in a moment, and then you're free to add your own to the sign." And he just keeps hammering the eagle into the wooden eagle into the sign.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just adding a little reminder of my journey before I continue on my way. Continuing to hammer the figurine in.
That's lovely.
Are you new to the region? I assume so because you just asked.
Mm-hmm.
You see, 200 years ago, this region became known as the Dalen Frostlands. After a blizzard swept through these lands, and everyone in this village froze to death overnight. Since nobody here was suited for such severe temperatures, as you can see from the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Like originally, this land was beautiful and lush and green. Now, travelers that pass through Anders Fall nail mementos or special items to the sign as a way of hoping for safe passage through these treacherous lands. And he goes back to hammering his little. And then to the north, you can see this like frozen dead forest, the one that Ricky you heard about in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are like resting, like you have like 20 hours left before time catches up.
Did Ricky tell us about this forest, or we just?
Yeah, Ricky mentioned the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, I described the whole. Yeah, I repeated.
Oh, okay. I was just like,
Finishes hammering the eagle.
Flitz is gonna just 1 second. He's gonna get his little dagger out, and he's gonna run over to the signpost.
Okay.
And he's gonna start carving.
Okay.
And he's gonna write F.
Okay.
Was with a Z because he feels that's how the group would spell it. Here.
Just out of curiosity, Flitz, and this is Dax talking, what if I come upon this sign and see that?
Flitz, we're on a mission.
Shit. Okay, so
this dwarf is just looking at you like carving into the sign.
I was carving all. It was like a really not great carving because
Okay.
I'm not a woodworker. So it was like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Okay. We'll come back to it. I'll mark it.
Okay.
Mark it on our way back.
He's gonna cast mending.
Okay, cool. He's like, well, he finishes hammering into his little wooden eagle figurine. Well, safe travels in this region. And he just sort of like, he like walks over to his own wolf, starts it up, and drives off.
Oh no.
A challenger.
oh,
approaches.
does he do a little bit of a and that kind
No.
of like
Okay, good.
No, he just drives off.
Can I go over to his tracks and kind of wipe them away so that Dax doesn't get confused later on?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Flitz on the sign will prestidigitate because I have 3 of these at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and he's sure at this point the first one, actually both of them at this point would be gone. He's gonna do an owl, the same image that he's been doing. He's gonna do it like right in the middle of the name, like
Okay.
the signpost, so it's very obvious.
Okay, cool.
And he's gonna point because he already directed, but he's gonna do a little arrow,
Okay.
like the owl is looking toward the forest.
All right, cool. Excellent. All right.
Then
You can see like all sorts of trinkets as you get close. There's like a little like polished medallion of an old man's face screaming, but it's like covered in like, it looks like it's covered in like he got pied in the face. There's like other little trinkets and medallions on there. There's like a severed human toe that's been like desiccated and dried out, nailed to the thing, but like it's made as part of like an amulet. And there's some other
a lot of people in this realm.
and there's some other weird stuff. There's like someone has like wedged what looks like a hand-bound book into the into like some of the edges of the sign, and it says on the cover, it just says untitled. Please rate the first draft. Any opinions welcomed.
Oh, Mage Hand.
You're taking the book.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Justin, you don't throw tidbits like that out at me.
Okay,
and
it just says untitled.
Not think I'm not going to take
It just says untitled. Please put your thoughts in the back.
And Flitz
Are there
is
any
like,
previous notes in the back already?
No,
Okay.
no one is.
Yeah, he'll flip to the back to see if anybody checked
Not
it.
a single person.
I'm gonna have to return this. Right? Slip the book into his pouch.
And there is an author in the book. There's a pen name. It's D.A. And that's it.
D.A.
And then you all clamber back
District
into...
Attorney.
Yes! You all clamber back into the wolves and head off towards the forest to the north that Ricky mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did anyone else leaving anything on the sign, or... Okay.
no, I think it's best not to leave a mark until all this time
Fair.
stuff is resolved.
Fair. All
I
right.
thought it would, I just checked, so it is not an AW.
Look,
What's
Flitz
not-
is smart.
what's
He's
not
not
AW?
wise.
The author of the book's initials are not AW.
Oh.
No,
Mm.
D.A.
Right. I
I
was
know,
just
I know,
I went.
I know. I know what
Yeah,
you're thinking.
I went. I like pulled up the thing, and I was just like, "Is that no?"
No, it's not the dude from next campaign. So you all
Nice.
clamber into the ools and you set off towards the frozen forest. You get there in like 20 minutes, and it's relatively small. It's like I wouldn't call it a forest. It's more like a gathering of trees.
A grove.
Like maybe 40 feet on either side, but dense trees.
Okay.
These are definitely not trees you'd expect.
It's a park.
And they're definitely
It's a park.
It's like a park in the middle of nowhere. It's trees that you wouldn't expect in this kind of climate either. These are trees that are more adapted for like a warmer boreal kind of rainforest climate, not one that is just frigid cold. So these trees have been like long dead, so long so that the outside bark is petrified and encased in ice.
Question: for transport via plants, does the tree have to be living?
Good question. If it doesn't specify in the spell, then no.
Okay.
But it still has to be tree shaped, so you can't use like a table.
Yeah, it has to be tree
It
shaped.
has to be a tree.
It has to be attached to the ground in its original form.
Okay.
You can't transport via plants through a pencil.
That would be kind
first of all,
of
a pencil's not big
amazing
enough.
if you could like transport via plants through like a big ass oaken door, just
Or a barrel.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
larger
that'd be really fun. You could like
inanimate plant. Yeah, it doesn't say anything
Yeah.
about it being alive. It has to be a plant
Okay.
though. But as you arrive in this forest, that's where we're going to go to break. And we'll be back in 10 minutes for more of this timey-wimey weirdness, I guess.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, and then we'll see what happens. You know, you guys got 20 hours until time resumes. So,
SOS. Let's not
But,
die again.
yeah, and then before we go, as you get to the mountains, as you get to the forest, you can see the mountains in the distance, Ricky, that were mentioned. The Icig Range. If you look on your map, the Icig Range is due north. Looks like it take about 4 hours on your wolves to get there. But until then, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everybody. I'm gonna eat some spicy nuggets from McDonald's, and then
Yeah,
Nice.
that is good.
Good move.
and some other things to sustain me. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everybody. Hello, everybody. We're here to put... Nope, we're not. I'm done. So, you all arrive at this forest in your wolves, the forest you were told to go to before time resets. And you've got 20 hours until time catches up. What are you all doing in this 40-foot by 40-foot diameter little collection of trees?
And we have said that the fortress is gone.
It's gone.
Right?
Is there like any kind of clearing in the ground, like any kind of space
It's a bunch of it's densely packed trees, but there's maybe like a clearing of like 10 feet, and the snow is probably this is like a region where people don't go, heavily trafficked area, so the snow is probably like almost 4 feet deep.
You know, guys, now that we're here, like once we get to a place, I can teleport us to literally anywhere in the world and then back, so that, you know, maybe we could sleep in the Faust house tonight.
That seems like a dangerous. I think
that's
may.
a major move. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we may want to not. I think we may want to just deal with the discomfort.
Right. So, I mean, you're the time mojo, Ricky. So, what now? What do we need to refrain from, and what do we want to happen?
Because we're in the right spot, right?
The spot he told you to go to.
Okay, we're in the right spot. So really, we just. Oh wait. We need Dax is coming here.
Yeah. So
this is the spot we told Dax to come to. We need to be out of sight.
For a frame of reference, it took you 3 hours on the wolves to get here, and Dax is on foot.
Right.
Carrying a body.
Still, we just need to make sure that by the time Dax gets here, because we also don't know, like, we have random encounters. We don't know if Dax is going to have a random encounter and end up, like, meeting a dragon or a rock and be able to ride here on its back.
But then this is all for... Oh, wait. No, that sounds...
Is there a night before Dax arrives?
Yeah. You're looking at it. You left, so you
have at least 1 day of one full day of travel.
No. You got sent back 24 hours. It would have been 1 p.m. when you got sent back. It took you 3 hours to get here. It's currently 4 p.m. And since you're in like you're in the northern hemisphere, it's starting to get sunset.
So if we took would we have time to take a long rest between when Dax is expected to arrive and now?
Time will reset at 1 p.m. tomorrow. It is currently 4 p.m.
So yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can take a long rest before Dax gets here.
Flitz is going to summon Flitz.
Okay.
But instead of the hunting knife, the big gnarly hunting knife that he would usually have, he appears with one of those like military grade shovels that have like the serrated edge for, and he speaks to Flitz in he talks in Gnomish. Flitz kind of nods, and Flitz begins to dig. He'll spend the hour that he can have him up. He'll start to dig up the snow in that 10-foot radius, aiming to get to the ground.
Okay, it's 4 feet deep, so.
And once that happens, he's going to mold earth to shift the earth up to make it where the group has earth to lay down or like to sit down on, and gather up firewood and such, and he can prestidigitate a little campfire if needed. So he's just making a like small 10-foot radius.
I'm just imagining
zone.
Like Flitz while he's digging is just like
yeah, he does. Yeah. It's very accurate, but yes, that is exactly. He's like unhinged, it seems like.
He looks a little different when you summon him, but you can't kind of figure out why. There's just something
off.
Kinda off.
Perfect.
Like his
That's
eyes.
what Flitz
The
will be
eyes are
doing
more.
for-
The eyes are more like goat-like.
I don't like that. But yeah, that will be what Flitz does for
Okay.
for some time.
Sure.
Getting them a place that's because he gave up the tower, so it's his responsibility to get the group.
Yeah, tower is
Comfortable.
in the beyond. And will also be in the beyond again.
Druck is going to. I mean, while people are waiting, Druck is going to take notice of all of the eyes on his body.
Okay.
And he's going to try and like take a moment to actually recognize that they're there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like they just popped up. Sometimes you, like even your fingers. Sometimes you need to recognize that that's a part of your body. Like if something new happens, sometimes you just have to recognize it every once in a while.
Okay.
And while he does that, I think he's going to, while thinking about Dax, inadvertently cast Scrying.
Okay.
It's cool. I like that.
Cool. That is a wisdom saving throw. Oh man, the ring on my shielding is also not. They don't longer wear it because it's all funky. And in the character sheet, it just says, "Don't wear this, you dumb bitch," which is really funny.
Well,
Brittany, we miss you.
Okay, so they have You're attempting to scry on Dax.
Yeah.
There is a Dax right here with you.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking about the Dax that's there.
Yeah. Roll percentile dice.
So, yeah. Alright. Percentile dice.
Yeah, it's basically a 50-50 shot on if you get this one or the one that's traveling.
34.
Okay. So Dax has a +1 to wisdom. The DC is, but it's also -5 to their save because you know them. So that's 11 minus 5. Do you see through their eyes with this version? And you just see someone hoofing it through the snow, super athletic, just lunges, like running at 80 feet and then leaping and then continuing with these like massive lunges. And they're running like this. They're not doing the pump. They're like running like they have something strapped to their back.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels heavy what they're carrying on their back. And then that's all you see. Is them just running, following these tracks in the snow. Wolf tracks in the snow. And little weird things that are like markers that Flitz was leaving.
Cool. I have a full 10 minutes. I'm going to watch the whole time.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that, like, I'll, if I can... Oh, wait, I'm seeing through their eyes?
That's the way it works if you're using the version that you get with the eyes.
Can I switch which eye I'm looking through?
No, because you're just looking through their vision. You're seeing what they see.
Right. But they also have
just their
other eyes.
Just
on
these
them,
ones.
right?
Just these ones.
Okay.
Normal looking eyes.
But they're only an hour behind you guys.
Oh,
so you can assume that they probably got a lift because this seemed urgent. So
Okay.
they're only an hour. They're only an hour out.
I have a question. How much would you say the materials of, say a single log cabin cost?
I can give you an answer for that right now.
Okay.
Because I'm just gonna look at
Single room log cabin, very basic. Maybe like a 10 by 10 or 15 by 15.
I'm pulling up the.
Oh, this is the tiny house?
There's rules for how much it costs to build something. Yeah. I know what you're doing. Just a reminder: if you're using the powered ability of an item, you can only use one powered ability a day. So Ricky used Time Stop. Ricky can't use any other ones for the day. Druck used the. No, never mind. Druck didn't use one. And then Kenna, if you're doing what I think you're doing, this is your use. This is your use for the day.
I don't know how much a log cabin costs.
Yeah. Building a stronghold. Yeah. A little house. I'm gonna say Abbey, no. Noble Estate, no. Temple, no. I'm gonna go with Trading Post, because a Trading Post would probably be roughly the same size as the cabin in this kind of setting. 5,000 gold pieces.
Damn it. Okay. Okay, can't do it.
But yeah, Drucky, you can tell Dax is with your. Roll me a survival check too, just for fun.
Yeah, you bet.
Just because I want to see what you get.
With your plus 24 survival.
Oh, you looked, huh? 39.
39. Yeah, you can easily tell Dax is an hour out. Even through Dax's vision, you can see the forest you're all in the distance.
Thanks, Justin. I fucking love that I have built this character to where you just allow me to flex every once in a while with a roll.
Yeah,
I appreciate it so much.
But through Dax's vision, you can see the forest you're all in the distance. They'll be there in like an hour.
Yeah.
Hey gang. So crazy update. Dax, you're a beast. Don't let anybody tell you different. You're great.
I know.
You're actually about to be here within like an hour or so.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what you did to get that far, but you're really close.
I'm resourceful.
Like I said, I can get us out of here until we need to get back so that past Dax doesn't see us.
Ricky, what elements do we specifically need to make sure happen?
Okay, Dax, Kenna, and all of us need to be out here when the 24 hours is up. Justin, do we need to be here when the 24 hours is up? Okay, that wasn't made clear.
Just the keep needs to be here. That's basically what you're running on.
Okay. So we might not actually even need but we also might want to make sure Dax stays here. Is the other thing. Like, we may want to be close enough that we can make sure Dax stays, because if we just leave and come back and trust things are going to go well, we may come back and we know Dax. Sorry, Dax, but
it's fair. Leave me something to touch or investigate. That'll catch my attention for a long time.
I'm gonna use my bend the leap to make a Rubik's cube. No, I'm kidding.
Do you?
Oh wait, actually,
no.
No, actually, I have a Ricky is proficient in woodcarver's tools.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm proficient in woodcarver's tools too. Nice. Maybe we can bond over that later. We'll figure it out.
Actually, can Druck and Ricky just sit down, grab some Oh wait, we're among the trees, right?
You're in the trees. They're all petrified, dead, and they're all covered in an icy casing, so you actually can't get to the wood. You have to chip away the ice and then get the bark.
I've got 2 quarterstaves apparently. Those are wood. Could I just make one of the? Can I just take a knife and just carve one of those those wood puzzles that you have to try and work out and the ones that you have to kind of move in a specific way to work them out.
Oh,
perfect. Can I make one of those Can I make one of those that looks like it's solvable but actually isn't?
Yes, and Dax will be oh, and also leave a note saying that solving this puzzle is the clue to solving the plot of Ubelike, the reason why Dax is coming here.
Okay, somebody write that note, and I'm just
I'll put that in the earth. He'll start to mold earth in the place he's excavated. He'll start to make the phrase, but he's going to make it go around the circumference of this cube.
Let's see if you can make it rhyme and more confusing.
Easily done.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Ricky, I've been working on my poetry.
Nice. Nice.
Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's not hiding, but you can sense him kind of just looking over your shoulder. You can tell he's interested.
Do you want the animal fat or epoxy on that?
I actually think not animal fat, but if you have anything like an oil or something that would help seal it so it looks a little nicer.
Yeah, I got some epoxy and resin. Is that?
I think that would work. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little bit left over.
Oh, the voice told you, Ricky, that we also have to close the rift when it opens, right? Should we like leave a note about a rift is gonna open when you solve the puzzle? Close it.
Wait, do we need to close it, or do we have to make them close it?
Well, we're not gonna be here when it opens.
We aren't. Oh, so we need to move.
We need to leave a message though, so they know, like, if they're in, because the rift is gonna open when we come out of the keep, but they're not gonna know that they need to close it, right?
Yes.
So we should leave a note saying also when you solve the puzzle, the rift will open and then it needs to be closed.
He'll
just to cover all their bases.
Remove the words that he's done so far, and he'll reflavor the words to incorporate that.
Hey, what are you doing to my home? It's all Flitz hears. There's a little like worm inching through the dirt.
Renovating. You should probably go lower than this.
I was low. It wasn't cold when I got down.
Try to be lower than a worm, Flitz. You know this.
I can tell you a secret.
Well, about this place?
A secret only the worms know.
He's gonna be working on the. Okay, sure.
Here, let me tell you. You can feel like the worm like sort of like climb up your leg and then up onto your shoulder.
He'll put his finger a little to block his ear, so that he could still hear, so the worm can't fucking crawl in there.
Hey.
Okay.
You want to hear the secret?
Yes. Come on, worm.
Why are you yelling at a worm?
Apparently it knows a secret about this place, but it won't tell me. It's being quite selfish. You're gonna freeze. Zeph. And Zeph is gonna appear and...
Oh no! I had millions of children.
Oh.
Well,
dang.
And they all start coming out of the earth towards Flitz. No.
Great. Roll combat. We're infestation of worms.
Yeah. So you all can like do what you need to do, but yeah, Dax a coming. But Druck, with your passive perception of 36, and Ricky with your passive of 35, you can both see Dax in the distance running through the snow with Kenna flapping around on their back because Kenna's strapped to their back like a backpack.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube Kenna.
Yeah.
And Dax is like running 80 feet at a time and then clearing 40 feet and then still like just running.
Jeez.
God.
Or actually they'd clear 21 feet.
Gang, at this rate,
and he's gonna look over, and you'll see him look over at like his cloak, and kind of like shake it. And if you guys remember watching Peter Pan when you were little, a little bit of that pixie dust type of stuff.
Nice.
He shakes it, and that like within like a 30-meter radius, 30-foot radius, I guess. And essentially casts Pass Without Trace on all of us.
And yeah, Dax is probably like 300 meters out.
We gotta go.
We should get moving.
Okay. I'm almost
Dax
done.
is perceptive.
Yeah, 21 passive perception.
Are we hiding or teleporting?
We're hiding for now. We need to make sure it happens.
All right, if you're all hiding, you have to. There needs to be the group stealth check needs to be to 21. So more than half needs to be 21.
All of you keep going. All of you keep going. Keep running.
Don't we get like a +10 on
Yeah.
Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah.
You still need to be the group stealth check at 21.
Yeah.
So, just so you don't need to worry about hiding and making noises, just keep going. I'll stay and make sure everything happens.
Where are we going?
Just
away.
But if you are like hiding and you're moving at a fast pace, it is still a disadvantage when you're stealthing at a fast pace.
I'm okay. Allow me to be clear, Justin.
Yeah.
I am hoping they just book it so that they're outside of the range of having to do a stealth check, and I'm staying within range of having to do a stealth check so that I can like make sure everything happens as it needs to.
Okay, you
If
still
we
got.
want,
You still got
I
like.
can
You
teleport
got,
us away so that there's no tracks
You
of us.
still have like.
And then cast sending.
It took Dax an hour to get here. You still have 19 hours before time catches up.
Yeah. If Druck's willing to wait and I can send him messages periodically, we can all teleport away so that there's no tracks of us leaving this grove.
Well, there won't be any tracks because Pass Without Trace.
That's true.
Yeah.
But there are tracks of you getting here, which I assume you can just.
Yeah.
You've been.
Well, the
We're
tracks of
on-
us getting here are almost even better.
Yeah.
Right? It's just.
Yeah, it's not
making
like
sure
Dax is
we
gonna
don't have
recognize
any
our
wrong.
footprints.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do? And Dax is at 200 meters.
Yeah, well, I think we need to stay within the area.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you could well, they kind of could teleport us to like far outside of range of perception, but still within walking distance. Well,
That's a little harder.
no,
It'd have to
just
be like a place
just
I've
keep
been.
moving. Just
Yeah.
keep moving.
just
I'll
leave. Okay, we'll
stay.
just leave. We'll just leave.
Yeah,
Dax
let's
is
just walk.
Dax is at 100.
So
away.
we'll do like this to his arm so Quoin
Dax
can
is at 100.
fly him off.
150 meters.
We're leaving. We're leaving. We're leaving.
Yeah. We're right in.
Okay, it is deep
Yeah.
snow, so it's difficult terrain. It's 4 feet deep snow.
Mm-hmm.
But Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't prevent
Somehow,
you're still
it just-
you're still sinking into the snow. You're just not really leaving any
Tracks.
trails because Pass Without Trace doesn't negate difficult terrain.
Yeah. It just like
Correct.
it parts as we go around as we walk through, but then it just kind of like
Melts back
falls
together.
back into place.
Yeah.
Okay,
um.
you all, yeah, Dax is 150 meters up from the forest. You're all, I would recommend move and dash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Druck is just as a last second thing, just holds his hands out to Quoin and like gestures for like one of the disguises that he had worn in the past, just in case.
Okay. Like I said, disguises
Quick question, Justin.
disguises of full Dex are going to be a really high DC because you're all familiar with Dex, and Dex has seen all the past disguises. So probably a past disguise wouldn't help you out here because Dex has seen the past disguises.
But this is a defensive type role, so I'm not trying to be seen. But if I am, at least it's
Okay.
another
It's
layer.
it's
of
it's
defense.
another layer of protection.
Okay. So
Yeah. Also, just quick question, Justin, because it's kind of relevant right now.
yeah,
For the monk unarmored movement of being able to move along vertical surfaces in liquid,
no,
Okay.
like does that
Snow
okay,
is not a liquid.
Snow doesn't count.
snow is not a liquid.
Well, yeah, but the
No,
source material.
no,
Legolas on top of the snow.
no, no.
If you were, oh wait, you are an elf on top of it.
That's not an actual thing.
That's
Um,
only in D&D.
I just need warm boots
That's
so that every time you hit
Tolkien.
the snow, it's
all
water.
right, so
Only Fellowship 5.
the rest of you are trying to book it out of here as fast as possible. And Druck, you're staying behind. What are you doing when you're staying behind? Dax is maybe 50 meters out now.
It's just another hunt. Only this time he's waiting, like
Climbing
until
the
certain
trees.
conditions are met.
Dax is probably getting within the tree line now.
Yeah, he's hide. Well, I mean, like he's hiding.
Where? Behind a tree, up a tree, in the snow.
Is there a like terrain, like a hill that he can hide?
No, it's a tundra, so this region is relatively all flat, and it's 4-foot deep snow, and then this region is just 40-foot densely packed together trees that have that have no foliage.
Okay, great. I'll just pick a tree then.
Okay, behind or up? Up would not be
I think-
advisable because there's no foliage.
Exactly.
But there's
Just
still
a thick-
branches to obscure.
It would not.
Mm,
No.
no. Just a thick branch, a thick tree,
Okay,
a
stealth.
thick trunk
Give
tree.
me a stealth check. You,
Okay.
You got to beat a 21.
Okay. 32.
Okay.
Can
Dax.
you not? Can you fail that?
Yeah.
No.
Only with like a nat 1.
Nat ones
blind
aren't.
talent.
Nat ones also aren't automatic fails for this.
Yeah.
So Dax
Yeah.
bursts into the tree line and looks around, and then they're like crunching through the snow, and they walk to this note that's been written in the snow. Oh, that's weird. And then they pick up this puzzle that's also laying in the snow, and they see. Okay.
Actually, Ricky would have found like one of like a little nub of a branch, like type, like a branch stump, like the little kind of things, like a knot or something, and just like hung it from that, like, so it's like
so
eye level.
Well, the rest of the party get out of the tree line as fast as possible because Dax shows up. Druck hides behind a tree while the rest of you book it to get out of line of sight. Dax grabs the puzzle. Well, weird timeline Dax grabs the puzzle off the tree, looks at it, and says, "Solve the puzzle and close the rift when it opens." This is whoa shit, Kenna, this is the key. Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Kenna, I need guidance.
Oh my god, Justin, I love these choices. Oh my god, that's so cool.
Kenna's neck is broken and she's dead.
Oh yeah, Kenna's just bleeding profusely. Okay, all right. Whew. Okay.
From being like
guidance,
weekend at
Kenna's
Bernie's around.
Kenna, I need guidance.
All right.
Guidance, more like shydance. Boom.
This puzzle's stupid. 19. This is gonna go on for 19 hours.
Perfect.
Oh, poor Dax.
So they
Dax
just
get at least a long rest.
no. They're too focused on saving people.
Okay.
They're not resting. They're fucking going through it. So like okay, and they're gonna like find a tree and they're gonna sit up against a tree as night begins to fall. The rest of you, I'm not gonna. You guys are just running, so there's really nothing to cover there. Dax sits up against a tree and is just gonna solve this puzzle for the next 19 hours.
Druck is making sure to put snow in his mouth so that he doesn't leave breath
Smart.
when he breathes.
Smart.
You ever seen that episode of Dragon Ball Z where Goku has to solve a puzzle before sunrise?
Yeah.
Hey guys!
Yeah.
'Cause I'm getting real. They're getting real vibes.
Goku is perfect.
Goku vibes.
Dax is just trying to solve this puzzle and is getting more and more frustrated. And Druck, with your innate survival, you can tell what time it is just because like the way the moon and the sun is moving and stuff. The rest of you are running just as far as you can get, basically.
Probably until like fully after sunset.
Well, okay. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do a time skip because what's happened?
Yeah.
There's really no one's gonna be doing, no one's gonna be doing anything. Just to make sure time doesn't get fucked with.
You know, time.
Time wimey.
Time isn't real. 1 p.m. the next day rolls around, so you're back to when you arrived on the ship when it exploded. Everybody that's running separate or has you stopped somewhere in the tundra. It's nightfall now.
I would assume that when we get to the 1 p.m. on the next day, we would start coming back because we know that like shit's gonna go down.
It doesn't matter because as you start to head back,
like an hour before 1 p.m. or something.
as you guys head back, you don't see anything. The four of you or the five of you don't see anything. You each, Druck will get to you in a second, but the five of you all feel this strange sensation, like a chill running down your spine. And this strange, gut-wrenching sensation as the five of you cease to exist. Druck. You're watching Dax try to solve this puzzle and get so mad they just like crush the puzzle in their hands and just destroy it. They're like, fuck this puzzle, this'll solve it. And you watch as versions of yourself and the Faust and the Furious and Katniss pop out of the bottle on Dax's side. And you also get a strange sensation as you see yourself briefly before you two fade from existence.
Oh, I'm hideous.
Now, the six of you. Okay, here we go. The six of you pop out of the bottle. For context, for Druck, before you are erased from existence. These versions don't notice you, of course. They don't notice anything's up. For you never existed, because the reason for you coming here never occurred. The versions of you that step out from the keep are the real versions of you all. Or at least they are in this newly established branching timeline. Because that timeline that was beneath the tide, everything else, that timeline is gone. We're in a new timeline. It's not going to affect the campaign in any way. Like, the end game. It's just a cool thing to think of that timeline. The timeline's gone.
But it ended very differently.
Branched, right?
It's
so like
it's
The
fun.
past is the same.
It's fun to think of it just being gone.
Yeah.
Source control.
When you dream or trance or meditate, maybe you'll dream of these events of a ship exploding and everyone dying.
Perfect.
But the 6 of you each step out of the keep. Well, not the 6 of you. Kenna, you do not step out of the keep. But each of you step out of the keep, expecting to step out onto the ship where you left. You come out into a snow-dappled forest of dead trees in the middle of a severely cold landscape. The chill immediately tears at your skin, causing any exposed bits of skin to instantly go numb. And as you return to the material plane, a massive rift of void space tears open in the area just behind you. I don't remember what everybody's hit points are at when you came out of the keep, so we're just going to ignore it. Yeah, you all pop out of the bottle.
43.
You see this rift. Okay, then if you remember, you're at 43.
I do.
Okay.
It's like it was really bad. It's 43.
This rift opens up, this void rift, similar to the one you saw in the keep when the keep was collapsing.
Oh no.
But you're in the middle of a forest. You see Dax standing there with Kenna strapped to them like a backpack. Well, you'll manifest on top of Dax basically. Horrors of untold imagination lurk beneath the surface of this rift, like sharks swimming under the surface of the ocean after it has been freshly chummed. You can just see these weird, unnatural horrors beneath the surface of the rift. Dax is standing nearby with Kenna's soulless body strapped to their back like a backpack. You all also feel a connection to this rift through the eyes that now adorn your skin. Like you can close it by simply focusing and channeling some sort of cosmic magic you don't quite understand through these eyes. The eyes, however, feel elated, washing a sense of ecstasy and euphoria over you at the prospect of this rift being opened. But the ecstasy and euphoria is kind of like a separate being inside of you that's feeling this, so it's kind of weird.
Oh, that reminds me of... Sorry, never mind.
Mechanically, so no one gets confused, to close the rift, you must be within 5 feet of it, and must use your action to make a wisdom check of 20, adding a +1 to your dice roll for each of the new eyes you have. So it's a +1 bonus for each for your wisdom checks for how many eyes you have.
Yeah, Druck'll try.
On a success, the rift will close, but a failure feels like it could be not so great. So as you all pop out of the bottle in the middle of this forest, not where you're supposed to be, Dax looks confused. As you all pop up, the rift appears, you all pop out of the bottle. This is just closing a rift. So let's roll initiative. It may turn into combat, it might not, but everyone roll initiative.
And I just want to be clear, you said saving throw?
Wisdom check.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Am I rolling as Katniss?
You're Katniss for this encounter, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Katniss is alive again.
The diamond that has Kenna's soul is kind of in the process. It has to be pulled out to shatter, so it's in the process of breaking. So for this moment in time, you are Katniss.
Also, Flitz only had 3 HP because Quoin gave him 40 on the boat.
Gotcha.
And I do remember I was like struggling. So yeah, I have 3 HP right now, and I don't have any spell slots.
Struggling.
And Dax does,
Struggling.
and if you have advantage on Dex on initiative for things you, oh actually never mind, that doesn't mean anything. Alrighty, yeah. Dax got a 13. Oh, I'm gonna write all this.
What was Katniss? Did Katniss have a last name, or was she? Were they?
No,
she was.
Just Katniss.
It was. It wasn't Katniss Aubergine.
No, just Katniss.
Just Katniss.
Not Katniss Eggplant.
No.
Not Katniss Aubergine.
All right, Ricky, would you get for initiative?
Let
24.
me dream. Please let me dream. Let me make fun
All right,
word
it's
jokes.
Katniss Aubergine.
Okay, Katniss Aubergine. 24, Druck.
26.
Okay. Quoin.
That's a 19, my dude.
Okay. Flitz.
And it's a wisdom check, not
16.
a wisdom saving throw.
What'd you get, Flitz?
16.
Kenna. Or not Kenna. Katniss.
This is initiative, not the checks yet.
Yeah.
Okay. 11.
Okay. Yeah, if you fail the check, something comes through the rift.
Oh boy.
Okay. Among other things. Okay. So, Druk, you're up first. You're all within 5 feet of the rift because it just opened. And you can see untold horrors like lurking beneath the surface. Like I said, like sharks swimming through under the surface of the water that's been chummed, and they're attempting to pull themselves through.
Okay.
And if you want to close it, it's your action to make a wisdom check, adding your wisdom modifier and a +1 for each of the weird eyes you have.
Okay.
If anyone forgets how many eyes they have, I have a list of who has what.
I have a table of eyes.
I do. So Dax has 1. Katniss has 1. Or no, Katniss has 2 now.
I think Katniss got 2 by the end. By the time
Katniss has 2. Flitz has 1. Druk has 3. Ricky has 2, and Quoin has 1. So, all right, Druk, you're up first. It's your turn. The rift is. It doesn't like it's not like it just appears. It tears itself into space, like it's tearing away the fabric of this reality to manifest.
Does it do it near something tangible so that we can gather the actual?
Yeah. It causes a tree to fucking just splinter when it opens, and the remnants of the tree get pulled in, and the snow on the ground is kind of like slowly just being pulled into the rift.
Fucking metal. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do my wisdom check because Druk is gonna go and I guess he's feeling the pull of the eyes, and wants to reject it because he's fucking hates this shit.
Wisdom check. And then add however many eyes you
have. +3, 18.
18 does not close it.
Really?
DC's 20.
Oh. He said DC 20.
Fuck. Yeah. Oh my god.
Druk, you feel a spike of psychic pain in your head, and you take 21 psychic damage.
Alright.
And you all watch as...
21?
21.
Alright.
And you all watch as what kind of aberration is going to come forth?
Oh, fuck.
One of you roll me a d20. Conjure the form of your destruction.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Just so everybody knows, I rolled above average for that. I have the most eyes, and I have a wisdom score of 4. So...
yeah, it's going to be tough.
That's really tough. I rolled above average for that.
D20 15.
15.
All I thought was the comforting heat of Bahamut's breath.
If it was a 20, it was going to be a beholder.
I know.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, homie.
That's okay.
Looks like you'll have to settle for some sort of rober beast or something.
You know what? I think
something that we can defeat in perhaps maybe 40 minutes?
A flump it is. You see...
chaotic evil flump.
You see this winged... So you can see these creatures pushing themselves through. You see beholders trying to pull themselves through. You see what can only be described as a cosmic horror is the best way to describe it. It's like a conglomeration. I can't say that word. I'm not even going to say that word. It's like a gathering of a mass of tentacles, eyes, and teeth. That thing doesn't get pulled through. A beholder doesn't get pulled through. You see mind flayers attempting to pull themselves through. You see humanoids whose heads have been replaced by massive eyeballs attempting to pull themselves through. What pulls themselves through is a winged draconic creature with no true limbs and a perpetually open mouth. And inside that open mouth is a large eye. The creature's wings are formed from multiple eye stalks. And this thing will roll initiative as it just pulls itself forth. There is no battle map, but here's what it looks like for context.
Hey Justin, can I pitch a name for this for you, my dude?
Hell yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say a biological cacophony.
I like it. I like it.
That also feels like your aesthetic.
Right. It looks like a kidney.
All right, the eye
with
the kidney bean.
But you see this weird-looking dragon thing. It's about 10 feet tall. Pull itself out. It's within 5 feet of everybody because you're all standing in front of the rift. All right, Druk. Any bonus actions you want to do? It's an action to attempt to close the rift. Each time you fail, a new creature comes forth.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine Druck knows everybody else to know that, like, it's either him or Kenna that's really qualified to do this. Maybe. What? Wait, you have a 5 or something in wisdom?
I'm a monk.
Yeah.
Well, not all monks have 5 wisdom.
Ricky has a 20 wisdom and 2 eyes.
All right. Well, there you go. All right. You're good then, bud.
So
God damn, I didn't know that shit.
Any bonus actions?
No.
My bonus action, apologies, is to poop thyself.
Cool.
No, to disengage since I'm right next to it.
Yeah, fair.
Correct?
Yep.
I'll just disengage and boot scoot to the nearest tree to take hopefully half, maybe 3/4 cover, depending on what you decide.
And also because you all would still be relatively fucked up from the lich fight. Yeah, Flitz is at 3 hit points. Ricky, do you remember where you were at?
I have no earthly idea.
I think it was pretty low. It was pretty low because I think it was like 35.
Okay, I think that sounds
Let's say
right.
35. Katniss, I think, was relatively fine.
Katniss had 132.
And Quoin didn't get hit during the fight.
I got hit a fuck ton.
You were below 100 because then you started to hide from his sight.
Yeah, so I think
let's just put you at 99.
I think minus. Well, I mean, I'm at 91 right now because of the previous hit that just happened recently.
All right.
So I imagine that I'm thinking if I'm really feeling it out from how I was at the end of that fight.
Yeah.
I think subtracting 70-ish points is probably about even.
Sounds good.
So I'll let you do that and then I'll hit refresh.
Subtract whatever you want. I can't really recall.
All right, I'll do it.
Right.
70. Right. I'm out. Boom.
Ricky.
This
thing's hovering right in front of the rift. There are more things attempting to pull themselves through.
Yeah, Ricky's gonna try and reach past him.
Yeah, this thing will remain when the rift is closed.
Right.
So,
but Ricky's got one of the better chances of closing the rift. So he's gonna try it.
Yes.
This is
wisdom check. D20 plus your modifier plus 2 because your eyes.
Whatever I roll here is plus an additional 2. No, that is gonna be an 11.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Rolled a 4 on the die.
Somebody roll me a D20 and we'll conjure another thing from the rift.
All right, I'll roll it.
That's you.
Oh yeah, Flitz, go ahead.
Get a 20.
Buddy.
Get a 20 so I can pull a beholder out.
Me?
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, roll it. Roll it,
again.
Flitz.
3.
You keep narrowly escaping death, only to then die.
3.
Come on, Flitz.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, that's an aberrant hag.
You see Tiamat. No, holy shit. A beholder comes through, but it's much smaller. It resembles a beholder, but kind of like peach colored.
And it can fit in a bread box, so it's a bemolder.
Yeah. It's about 5 feet around. It's got a central eye like a beholder, but all around the central eye are smaller eyes that encircle the bigger eye. It
sees Lopan knows.
It has 6 eye stalks, all ending with the same color blue eye, and then at the front of it are these 2 4 tentacles that end in fins. As a beholder kin comes through and rolls terrible for initiative. Good. All right, Ricky, your action is attempted to close the rift. Oh yeah, you do take psychic damage because you failed.
Oh boy.
You take that's gross. 36 psychic damage.
Ricky down.
Damn.
I was at 35.
Alrighty. It's gonna bring us to Quoin. Ricky, this is like a spike of pain through your head, and you just poof into the snow.
If we have any healers in the group, healing would probably be great.
Did we rule on what sort of relaxing action we had? No long breaks?
We had nothing.
You didn't have
we
anything,
just
'cause
this is just fresh out of the rift.
Fresh out of the keep. Fresh out of the keep.
Yeah. That's it.
So all of my
And it's the same day as when you use the breath weapon.
Right. Well, no, yeah, and all my healing touch is gone. That went into Flitz, which is great. Good.
No, not yet. That didn't happen.
Oh,
that didn't happen until we got on the ship.
That happened when you got onto the ship.
You embraced
because Flitz looked like shit, so you hugged Flitz and did healing hands. You still have all your healing hands.
That was on the boat.
I have all
of your.
No,
you have all.
I gave Kenna 25.
You would have.
Sorry,
you gave.
Flitz, but that was before you left. That was after you left.
You have 40 left.
I have 40.
Yeah. Ricky just went down. Flitz is.
Wait a minute. No, I don't. Actually.
Whoa.
Because this Ricky hasn't used the powered hourglass yet today.
Oh.
Correct.
Scandalous.
Ricky is going to use the powered state rewrite history.
Okay.
Which, since he just failed an ability check, it is actually a critical success.
I might be a dick about this and say you remembered too late.
Aww.
We'll see.
All right, so healing real quick because we got people on the board.
He's like, can we do a coin? You know what? We're not gonna do a coin flip. So action.
Hold on.
Yep. I'm gonna take a look at some things. We're all good.
A creature you can see within 60 feet is forced to make a saving throw, ability check, or attack roll. Okay. The rift. Okay, so here's gonna be something fucking fucky then, since more time fuckery goes on. That doesn't happen. The rift does close. Because Ricky chose the critical successes instead.
Okay.
But the one creature is still here.
Okay.
Right.
The eyeball dragon. All right.
Ricky is not unconscious, actually.
Correct. So, Quoin. And Ricky, your reaction's used up too.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, so how? Okay, this is some wild shit. So I need. You're a gem and a treasure, Justin. I want to ask. How do you rule Shieldmaster Shove? Do I need to take one attack action before or after? Essentially, I can shove this thing to the ground. But I want to know if you want me to attack first and then shove.
Based on how it looks and how it flies around, it is immune to prone, so you can't knock it to the ground. It's immune to the prone condition. You can't knock it to the ground.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely.
If you take the attack action on your turn, it's a bonus action to do the shove.
Right.
So you have to make an attack and then use a shield as a bonus action to do the shove.
Okay, well then I want to ask you again. I want to amend and see if I can still, through logic. I don't know its movement speed, but if I can reduce its speed.
It's not a feature of Shield Mastery.
Right. No. I'm saying that is a feat of Slasher though, which I have.
Which you have to use slashing damage to do.
Right.
Yeah. But
every time I hit a creature, maybe I'm fucking with it too much, and maybe that's what you're telling me. So sorry. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack it twice and then figure some other bullshit out. But yeah, I'm gonna attack this thing.
Okay.
Here we go. Attacking with the Muldraki Eladrin.
Oh, are you trying to reduce its speed to like 0 so it stops flying?
Yeah, I was gonna try and move because every time I hit it, it reduces. I
don't think that stacks. I don't think movement reduction stuff stacks like that.
No, you're right.
Yeah, once per turn. It's once per turn, so you can only do it once per turn.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I was thinking. Yeah,
you can only reduce its speed by 10 once per turn. So there'd be no way to.
Oh, I've got plenty of friends. I just realized. Well, so I rolled a flirty 20. How does that hit?
That hits.
Great, and I'm just rolling this other one just in case. 24
hits.
Great. All right, and then I'm going to roll the damage. Oh, come on, you silly. Okay, so that is 16. Plus, I am going to do a level 2. Is this undead or anything?
Doesn't look like it.
Right on. So level 2 is 4d8.
Yes.
Boom shakalaka. Level 2, so that is an additional 16. So that is 32 damage on the first hit. 16 divine, 16 slashing, so reduces its speed by 10.
Yep. And
does divine damage. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll again for a hit, but that's an advantage because everyone's within my same... We're all in my space.
Was that just the first attack that you just rolled damage for?
Yeah, I just rolled the first attack, so this is the second attack. And that's a 24.
Yeah, that damage?
Right, here comes the damage, I'm letting you know.
Okay.
And then I'm using, that's 13 plus my level 2, another level 2.
Okay.
Oof, real low. Guys, this was sad. I'm pretty sure this was 1 3 1 1 and 2 2s. That was a real pathetic roll. So 8. So 21 more after 32. So a total on that one of 53.
53
damage.
53 damage on the second hit.
Yep.
Okay.
And
damn.
Yeah, but then no, that's 53 total for both hits.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, yeah, 53 total for both hits. Sorry, be very clear. 53 total for both hits. I'm not Superman.
Still pretty good.
It's not bad. I'm not mad about it, but there's gotta be a good bonus action spell I can use on this.
You could have done Hunter's Mark to get some extra damage on it.
I could have, but I'm a hoss, and I don't need that.
Fair.
Paltry D6.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that only the time limit on Hunter's Mark stacks at higher spells and not the damage additional. That's why Hex is. I like Hex too. But yeah, anything else? Flitz has 3 hit points. They're next.
I am going to stand in front of Flitz.
Okay.
And put my wings out. Like, so if I don't know, they're 5 feet, but I'm going to like put my wings out in like a shielding manner, like
cool.
Making myself as big as possible.
Sounds
like
perfect.
When you fight a bear.
And you always look, and you do look down when you look at Flitz. So.
Only like.
The slightest of angles.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like 89.5 degrees down.
Okay, well, speaking of
but
that.
It matters.
Speaking of that, Flitz, you got your 3 hit points.
Yeah.
You pop out of the keep.
In front of him.
You pop out of the keep like, oh, thank God, and then this happens.
Flitz is, I will say Flitz is, his face is tight because the ice from the tears that he was crying in the keep are just frozen.
Yeah.
He's bloodied. He looks a mess. He's scorched all the fuck.
Yeah.
Quoin steps in front of him. His wings go up, but he bonus action. The wind kind of picks.
Never mind, because the which is fireball.
Yeah, the wind kind of picks up behind him, and he kind of uses Quoin's head as the helm closes for a moment, and the eyes flare and the runes ignite as the mouth opens over Quoin's head, so it looks like Quoin's like a double-headed, and just spews a line of, he was going to do this into the rift, but just spews a line of acid right at this
and that's a dex
thing.
Save.
It's a dex save of 18.
When it flies, it doesn't look like it has mastery over the wind. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's weird. Because its wings are just eye stalks and not actually like... Alright.
Flapping.
It looks more like it hovers instead of flying. That's a natural 20 for a 20.
Okay. It still takes half of this acid damage.
And it's looking rough. Well, it's looking... Yeah, Quoin battered it up pretty good.
Please roll. Because I don't... Please fucking roll. I don't feel like... Fuck, okay. 1 second, I'm going to go to my app really quick. Cause...
Man, I hate Ricky for doing the...
We left him for it.
You could have been playing with more creatures coming out of the rift.
Yeah, and we have like no health between us.
Scores.
We just all dealt with dying.
We're in the end game now.
We're in the end game now.
Credits roll.
48, so 24
Okay.
acid damage.
Okay. 20, you said 24?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's looking hurt.
And he kind of just uses the wind, and he kind of floats back down, so he's behind Quoin.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to Dax, unless you don't have any bonus actions or anything.
To fly, to give
right.
himself a little flight.
Dax is gonna be like, Ogden told me to come here. It's a good thing you all finally popped out. Ogden told us to come here and close this rift. Because that's what Dax thinks. And Dax is gonna rage and leap at this thing with the axe, with Kenna still strapped to their back.
Oh no!
Oh right, because all of us are still in the the characters we've been playing this entire session are dead now.
Never existed.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
So we just came out of the bottle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With genie's in the
Isn't that
bottle,
fun?
baby.
We've rejoined.
Ricky kept that from everybody.
We are one.
All right. Huzzah. Reckless. Yeah, of course, reckless. Rage. Oh, is this thing immune to stunned? It's not. Intelligence save. That succeeds, so it's not stunned. Reckless, though, that's a 12 plus 12, 24.
Beautiful.
That's going to be
Justin. Oh, sorry.
8 plus 3, 9, 10, 11 damage.
How many attacks does the Barbarian have?
2.
Ooh.
Dax's second attack, we're going to go Great Weapon Master. Yeah, what's up, Caleb?
Sorry, I know I didn't use I used my movement to step in front of the guy, and I didn't use my bonus action. Can I use my bonus action to speak a command word into my dragon? Whoops, what's it called? Dragon Vessel of Steering.
Or
is that too?
It's probably too late. Yeah, it's probably too late.
That's totally fair. We've been pretty strict about time this time, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's gonna be a 26 to hit.
Nice.
That's gonna be 19 damage. Oh wait, 26 minus 5, or is it minus 10? Minus 5, because
if you're doing Great Weapon Master, it's minus 5.
So that's a 20 to hit. Okay. So yeah, that's 19 damage.
Nice.
This thing is barely flying. Okay. That's Dax's turn to do a rage. And yeah, it just leaps through the air with Kenna like flailing around on Dax's back. That'll bring us to
waving inflatable arm flailing Kenna.
That'll bring us to
inflatable arm flailing Kenna.
That'll bring us to Katniss. Katniss, 2 hours ago you were on the ship. Now you're in the middle of the fucking nowhere.
Where the fuck are we? And then how big is this dragon thing?
Large.
Large? Sick. Take out this net that I've been wearing as sort of like a toga wrap, unfurl it, and throw it at the dragon.
Okay.
This thing, and get so it's restrained as my attack for this round, as my attack action.
Okay.
I need to roll the hit.
Let me fucking.
Nets are incredible, like criminally underutilized in D&D, so I love it.
Except for the fact that you automatically have disadvantage on using them no matter what.
Yeah. And you're within 5 feet, so yeah, it's disadvantage anyway. But yeah.
Because
it's got a 15-foot range.
No, it has a long range of 15 feet.
Oh, that's true.
So it
has a short range of 5 feet.
It's disadvantage no matter because it's a ranged attack.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. It's dumb as hell, and I love it.
Unless you got a sharpshooter.
If you have sharpshooter, you can use a net without disadvantage.
If it hits, it's restrained and it makes its action to make a DC 10 strength check to break out. Okay.
I have a +7
and
to it.
When you use an action, bonus action reaction to attack with a net, you can only make 1 attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're throwing a net at this thing.
That's a dirty 20, my dude.
That hits, so it's restrained.
Yeah.
It's immune to the prone condition, so it doesn't fall.
Yeah.
It kind of it's just because it hovers, So it's just hovering.
Restrained.
It's just hovering in space. It can't move.
Fuck yeah!
Who knows how that works? Right? Anything else? It can still do fun stuff when it's restrained, so I'm not too upset. Anything else?
I think I would like to action surge, please. I have not action surged.
Yeah. Go for it.
So let me just mark that off real quick.
Nice job, Candace.
Yeah. And so as a part of my action, I get 3 weapon attacks as a part of my attack action.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 3 attacks with
Because you're a fighter. That's right.
Yeah, fighter. I think I'm gonna also Great Weapon Master all 3 of these.
Yeah, go for it. So -5 from all these attacks.
So it's just a +5 instead of a +10.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get advantage because it's restrained?
Yeah. Also, fun fact, everybody: if you're making a save against any creature from the rift, you minus the number of eyes you have on the saves.
Ooh.
So that's why I was really hoping a beholder popped out.
Dirty 20 for the first one.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So you're hoping for another TP.
15
So just
for
go
the second.
3 deep on these.
15 to hit on the second.
Yes.
Misses.
Okay.
You slash through the net. No, you get caught up on the net. It doesn't damage the net. You just get caught up on it.
It gets caught up on one of the birds, and I pull it out. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Okay, so 2 hits at +10 damage.
Yeah.
So first hit, 2d6. That is 7 +5 is 12 +10 is 22 +1 wound.
Well, how do you want to do this?
Oh yeah!
It dies on the first hit.
Get this!
Yeah!
Get this!
Beautiful.
So I rip off my net with one fell swoop, do a pirouette, and then just toss it on the end of the turret onto the thing. And then in that same movement with my other arm, I unsheath my blade and bring it back around to lop its head off through the neck.
Okay.
Through the net.
Cool.
Just
Beautiful.
2 spins,
As
2
it's-
360 spins in one move.
As its body just sprays out and lands in the snow, it just vanishes, and it's gone. And now you're all out of combat, looking at each other again with Dax with a Kenna backpack.
Ricky,
Uh-huh.
good job with the thing.
Thank you.
As we shift to normal, is there a diamond with a soul that maybe appears in
It's somewhere in Flitz's.
Flitz has it.
I've got it.
You close that rift.
Ricky.
I tried it as well.
And
What was this all about?
Well, Druck, as you congratulate Ricky on closing the rift, Ricky, you don't make a wisdom save for this next eye as it manifests. Where on your body does your next eye manifest?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And now you've learned something else. Every time you close a rift, one of you gains the eye for who closes it.
Oof. Probably other hand.
All right, there you go.
eye on each hand.
Yeah.
And I will.
Oh, he's gonna be like this thingy.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Oh my god.
Oh my
You know what-
god.
That was so.
Do you know what's
You
so
imagine it for a second, you're like, oh my god.
Do you know what's
that
dumb?
You said that.
I was about to ask you. Was that actually him? For some reason.
Yeah, I was like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that's him.
Oh,
that's him when he's
yeah.
not.
Played this thing
without
in
his makeup on.
So Ricky,
Amazing.
just to get the mechanics out of the way, as you
Yep.
get your new eye, you can cast scrying once per day to see through the eyes of any living creature as long as they're on the same plane.
Okay.
You gain advantage on intimidation checks if one of your new eyes is exposed.
Okay.
You give off a very unsettling aura, or a strangely unsettling aura. You have disadvantage on persuasion checks,
Okay.
just because
So
you're just weird
all
to
of-
be around, kind of deal.
So all of the feelings you've been getting from looking at Druck, you
Mhm.
realize are now on you.
Mm-hmm. Am I now less unsettled by Druck, or is it still unsettling?
You're still unsettled by Druck.
Okay.
but you have.
He's just equally as unsettled by you.
The rift is closed, Ricky. You feel like an eye just like open up on your hand, and now you're all standing in the clearing of this forest, expecting to come out on the ship.
Shuffle over, shivering, cold, but he's shuffling over to Kenna's body.
Okay, it's just like it's just.
He's gonna take the gem and try to poke Kenna.
Okay, the
see
diamond
if it does anything.
Shatters, and Kenna, your soul comes back into your body, as if you've had a long rest, because that's how that works. And you're strapped to Dax like a backpack. And you're all in the middle of a forest.
Your limbs are sore. Your neck is bruised.
Kenna, go wake up. Kenna.
What the hell?
Quoin is going to walk over to Flitz and put a hand on their shoulder and pour 40 lay on hands.
Okay. Time is as it should be again.
Kenna.
Everything hurts. What the fuck?
Ah, thank goodness. Everything hurts. That's the best. Right?
And he like kind of like gently like slaps you a little bit on your cheek.
Oh. I'm just like covered in bruises from Dax sprinting through the tundra with me on their back.
Oh yeah. For 20
with
for
their
like,
brittle body
for like hours. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You're definitely covered in bruises then.
Yeah. Just glass bones right now.
Wait, that's actually a good point. Dax, where are we?
Oh, yeah, so get a load of this, you guys. And they show you what it says on the ground. It said Ogden Boone said we had to come. There was like little things along the way that looked like his owl. And it said to come here. Solve this puzzle. And they like show like the puzzle they just broke apart in their hands. And a rift will open. And they gesture the thing like, we closed it.
Wait. Now, I'm not judging you or anything, but you solved it by
breaking it, I
busting
guess.
it into a bunch of pieces.
Yeah.
Mission. It sounds like mission accomplished to me.
Now here's the important part.
Like kind of like trying like elbowing Druck. Sounds like mission accomplished.
You don't know about it.
You guys don't know about that.
You don't know about that.
No. That's not Quoin trying to keep up the lie. That's Quoin trying to be nice to Dax.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
my apologies.
Yeah. That's him just being like, be nice. They did a thing.
Let them do a thing, Druck.
Now, just some note keeping. Did anyone relay the information in the note that to further solve this problem, you'd have to go to the mountains to the north? Otherwise.
Yeah, Flitz wrote a whole.
No, you're still south of them. The thing Ricky heard was then go to the mountains to the north and seek out this guy called Ilyaris and Natus.
Yep.
4 hours to the north. Was that relayed in the notes that were left behind?
It should have been, yes.
Okay, cool.
Because
I think it should have been in the Ricky note.
So Dax,
note, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Dax will then be like, well, Ogden also said we have to go, and then points north to the mountains in the distance, and talk to somebody called Ilyaris and Natus, and it has something to do with these rifts and a larger threat. I assume it's what we've been dealing with for the last couple days with the Cathosis, Kathy, whatever.
You mean these goddamn eyes?
Yeah. I think the answers, and it said answers and allies will need for it are to the north. Based on Ogden sending the letter, I'm going to assume one of the allies is Ogden.
Yeah, probably that makes sense. Who's Ogden?
Ogden,
our wizard daddy, who
he's technically our patron.
Is the patron to our
but
party.
we haven't actually talked to him in a few months.
No, it's been like a few weeks. Because we last saw him in like a underground city, and he was there.
That's right. Yeah.
He's like an archaeologist.
He's really powerful.
You were there, Flitz. You were there, Flitz. You met him.
No.
Yeah, you met him. He was you joined us after
Very briefly.
We felt like a weird baby thing.
Oh,
And then
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes,
we met
yes,
Ogden.
that
Ogden
one.
was dealing with like this construct thing.
Yes. Okay.
And then Ogden left with all of his archaeological students.
All the pieces fall into place. Yes. All right.
So
regardless, I think you two would hit it off.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's probably the ally that he wrote about helping solve the eye problem, right?
Maybe. Hey, Dax, can you get me off of you?
Oh yeah. And they just like, all right. And Dax is like, okay. And they just start.
Druck is gonna
Dax.
take some of his rations out of his pack, like the deep meat rations that he saves for when he he wants to recover from a battle.
Yeah.
And he just like presents them to Kenna as like a please heal yourself. Like, here, eat this goddamn meat. Eat it, please. You see that in his eyes.
I became a vegetarian. No, I'm just kidding.
Quoin, did you keep everyone
we can
safe?
Take a short rest before we go to the mountain.
I bet.
Yeah.
How was it in there?
Yeah, what happened? Like, first I existed, and then it was just surrounded by eyes. I mean, I kind of remember seeing something.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, I kind of followed them a little bit. Followed you guys a little bit.
Right.
It was kind of a blur. I mean,
you remember that.
You were on a slab.
Yeah, I was on the slab.
Yeah.
Well,
little spirit thing.
I remember following you guys from like way up high. You, who's that orc woman?
Are
you trying to
Katniss is still here.
Hi, my name's Katniss.
Oh, Katniss. How are you? Are you still okay?
Well, I assume we're like miles from the city.
Yeah, it took me like 10 hours to get here, so.
Yeah, how the hell do I get back to the ship?
Oh! Dax just points in the direction.
It's just that way?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Katniss is just gonna start running.
Hold on. Katniss. One moment.
And Druck will take a piece of his, like, he'll just shave off a piece of the leather from his armor, and just say,
"This. Remember us. Take it with you, please."
They punch a hole through it and tie it to their armor with a little piece of string and then start running away.
Okay.
Oh, goodbye, y'all. Maybe I'll see you again. Starts running down Dax's tracks.
And Dax goes, yeah, so the letter seemed really urgent. We should probably take a quick little rest here. And then make for the mountains. Yes. I don't want to keep Ogden waiting.
Yeah, I could definitely use, like, just a mental break to really process everything.
All right, Flitz. Let's get that tower up. Let's get it all filled with furniture. Get it warm and toasty.
Yeah. We don't have that anymore.
What?
So the little metal thing that I put, the goal was...
Who left you behind?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't think about it until we were...
Well, your bottle's comfortable.
Just so all of you know, Druck's got your back. I lived like this for many years. I can just make us a shelter.
Can you make a shelter that protects us against this, like, negative, like, 70 cold?
I can do a pretty darn good job if I say so myself.
Okay.
I can make a pretty bitchy lean-to.
Let's just get some firewood and then I can...
Someone can do firewood, yes. Someone can do shelter. And the rest is just how, I mean, at least from, I snuggled up to the carcass of things that I killed, but in lieu of that, we all have each other.
Let's start getting wood and start piling it.
So it's difficult because, like I said, the trees are encased in ice.
Yeah.
So
Let's have fireball.
Yeah, there's a
Firebolt.
process. There's a process of like melting the ice around the trees and getting to the bark. But regardless, you can spend a few hours. You can get a campsite set up. At this point, you might as well just take a long rest. As you all set up a campsite, that's what we're going to end it for the week. With the knowledge that Ogden Boone is awaiting you in the mountains to the north.
Yes, write it in the notes, everyone. Ogden Boone is waiting for us.
Definitely 100% Ogden Boone.
Oh, man.
100%.
I can't.
You muppet.
I can't wait for someone to be like, Ogden, we're here. Where are you? Like message him.
Yeah.
Hey, where you at?
Hey, Drek has scrying.
But
I'm here. Oh, fine.
sending.
Oh, you needed someone to. No.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh.
But that's where we're gonna end it for the week. Yeah. As we get further into the final arc of this campaign, which we are now in, you know, that could have went real bad. You guys time could have not been reset, and
We could have died again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But those people never existed, so that's good to know.
So sad.
Which is fun. But and the people that were on the boat in the darkness were actually yourselves, so that's fun too. And
But we don't know that now.
you don't know that. And Flitz briefly got a glimpse of alternate reality. Flitz running around doing shit. And when I saw Flitz, you see a duplicate of yourself, like basically sitting in front of you, but they're weird. Anyways,
That's not